Alright. How's it going, chat? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are doing alright. So much to do today. So, we're gonna... today's podcast is gonna essentially go over what we talked about last time. Now, just to give you guys a bit of a refresher, nothing wrong with that. We are going over... we're gonna go over that Boglim burrito, that bug-infested burrito. We're gonna go over the Cyrax Arrest. I want you guys to see that. This one, like the hills have eyes type shit. I'm gonna show you guys the fight that happened at CEO over last weekend, and let's see here. Wings of Redemption pitying himself and begging. I'm going to bring you some vintage DSP, the best of aged pork, and that should, in general, be a wrap. So that's essentially what we're looking at. With that being said, welcome to my TED Talk. So, essentially, I've been keeping up with what's been going on with DSP in this Asmon Gold situation. I'm going to let it play out. Because I think yesterday, DSP was trying to convince his audience that hey, you guys want me to react to Asmon's video on Sunday or whatever. People weren't feeling it, but they can actually still vote on it. Big ups, chat. What's up, Jesse? They were like, you guys can still vote on it, whatever the case may be. I want to see if he actually does go over that video on Sunday, and if that's the case, then it'll just be one long podcast going over that nonsense. So we'll see how that plays out. I will say that the fact that Phil got on his fucking hoof and knees yesterday and sucked Asmon Gold's dick to get himself out of that problem, and then even thank him for showing him an ounce of respect was the most pathetic. Sorry, it's not the most, but it's one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen in my life from DSP. And it doesn't say much, but Jesus Christ, it was pretty pathetic. I mean, keep in mind, if I remember correctly, Asmon did agree on some points, but essentially he was defending himself and whatnot, and DSP completely went off the fucking hinges, saying they completely manipulated the thing, or it's completely taken out of context, and this, that, and the third, and people were like, no, it's just one clip. Oh no, he inserts these little detractor memes, and that right there changes the context of my actual statement. Shut up. Shut up. Holy shit, that struggle session was fantastic, beyond mental gymnastics. So, we'll see how that plays. With that being said, people getting on their knees and sucking dick. Apparently Jenna has chosen that, she's decided to get her mind right, and she's not, turning tricks anymore. Good on her, and I mean that legitimately. She's trying to get herself together. That's all well and good. Which means, I guess, DSP gets the crown back for being the biggest whore of the family. So that works. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If she can better herself. She's still young. She can still do something with herself. I don't know, but I hope she does get better. I hope she really is trying to better herself and get herself out of that situation. What's next? Jordy's just being a piece of shit. I'm telling you, if Jordy don't be careful, or Wings, Cheese is gonna turn on him. Cheese is gonna turn on him sooner than later. So that's gonna be funny to see how that plays out. And I think that's about it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk for the most part. Let me go ahead and pass you guys, pass some drinks and stuff around to you guys, because we up here, we serving up orders, and then let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot to cover, and I'd like to try to do that in a timely manner. Big ups to Hate Army and Jose, by the way, because I think they're going to have an open lobby later on today, so hopefully you guys get to check that out. I think it's being streamed on Jose's channel on Twitch, so big ups to that. Hopefully someone can get it over here on YouTube and whatnot. And I'd like to see how that went down or how that played out, because I won't be able to join the lobby. But big ups to that. Matter of fact, if I can find the link, or even Hate Army if you can drop that link. If not, I can always put it in the description, or someone can leave it in the comment section. People want to show up to it, then by all means and whatnot. Big ups to Hate Army and Jose. Let's see here. I think that's about it. But definitely stop by Jose's channel, give him a follow. Big ups to Hate Army. Subscribe. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get this pushing and whatnot. There's so much bacon and bugs and disappointment to pass out to you guys. So I will see you guys in just a second.
Had her up at the rap.
Alright, chat. Where do we start off with the nonsense? We're going to big ups to the homie Diggs, who went ahead and found this. He has requested that I don't put the kid's name out there, which I didn't want to put out there anyway. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, this is what happens when you don't know how to fucking act. So, what I'm about to do is present you the video. It's actually only like 40 seconds long, but I have it, think of it as like a B-roll. So it's going to go by 3 times. It's going to be fast. It'll give you an idea of the nonsense that happened out there, and you can see how close this kid could have got himself messed up. So, you know, it's big ups to Hate Army. He actually posted the link on Twitter. So here, let me just go ahead and let you guys see it, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Here we go. This is from CEO, which happened last weekend. Not Street Fighter. It was Dragon Ball Fighters.
No. I'm just saying, you should have known as soon as Krillin jumped back. Yeah. He's gonna come in, man.
Y'all gotta chill out how y'all throwing them sticks. Y'all know I get zesty out here.
Hey, yo!
Y'all know niggas be...
That's a body, gang. That's a body.
Nah, you did exactly what you needed to
I
do.
know niggas...
Son,
job.
son, no, hold on.
Good job.
Nah.
Y'all niggas gotta...
Hey, yo, what's going on? No, you chill the fuck out.
What's good, bro? What the f...
He's a kid. He's learning to 16, like, let him be.
So you're 16, you get to still hit someone. No.
I'm just saying, you should have known as soon as Krillin jumped back.
Now the full clip is probably about a minute, give or take, and I couldn't find it. Diggs couldn't find it. I could have asked Asian GTG, and he might have found it though. But essentially, what happened was the kid lost, and he essentially threw his controller in the direction of his opponent, the guy that you see on screen right now. I don't know if he did it on purpose or he just wanted to just fling it off his head, and then he fucking tosses his controller, and then he walks off. So that's the only context that you're kind of missing, or that's essentially the full clip.
Y'all gotta chill out how y'all throwing them sticks. Y'all know I get zesty out here.
Hey, yo!
Y'all know niggas be...
That's a body, gang. That's a body.
Nah, you did exactly what you needed to
I
do.
know niggas...
Son,
job.
son, no, hold on.
Good job.
Nah.
Y'all niggas gotta...
Hey, yo.
And it's true. He did mess up a perfectly good controller over nothing. Like, this shit was small, and he's lucky too. He's very, very lucky that he's in a position that he did this in the time and day that he did it. Because back in, like, DSP's day, they used to fling their fucking arcade sticks against walls and shit. Or whatever. What he did could actually be taken as a problem. And instead of a bunch of people tackling him and essentially putting the boot to his ass, he's very fortunate that you see all these people with open hands coming up on him and be like, yo, you need to chill. You need to relax. Because if that shit gets out of hand, or if he throws a stray shot to any one of these guys, he's not going to walk out of that. He's going to get carried. He's very fucking lucky. And this is right here, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the reasons why I wanted to point this out, is this is the DSP nonsense. This is the DSP playing that tough guy bullshit over nothing. You lost the match. You should have got up, shook that dude's hand, and walked your ass off. Instead, you want to play this tough guy shit. You want to throw your little headset like a child. You want to start flinging controls around, and then you want to start throwing shots at people because they're recording the broken controller on the ground. People need to grow up, man. They're very lucky that that we're in the time frame we're in right now. If this was like a decade ago, he would have gotten a couple shots before they end up pulling him out of there. It's not a game. And this isn't even an FGC type thing. This is just an adult type thing. This is how you need to learn how to conduct yourself in a better manner than this. And whoever his handler was, he should have been a little bit closer. He should have been. If he has this type of temperament, you shouldn't be bringing him out to places. Then it's just not a good idea. People like this don't function well in society.
What's going, bro? What the?
He's a kid. He's learning to 16. Like, let him be.
So if you 16, you get to still hit someone. No.
I'm just saying, you should have known as soon as Krillin jumped back.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in, man.
Y'all gotta chill out how y'all throwing them sticks. Y'all know I get zesty out here.
Hey, yo.
Y'all know niggas be.
That's a body, gang. That's a body.
Nah, you did exactly what you needed to
I
do.
know niggas.
Son, no, hold on.
And look at the casualty of war. Look at that shit. Look at the fallout. Was it really worth it? Now keep in mind, you could probably just pop the buttons back in. And then just make sure that the connections are secure. But Jesus Christ, was this really... was this really necessary? Did this really need to happen? Come on, man. Shit.
Nah.
But truth be told, it's very easy. It's pretty easy to make one of those. You know what I'm saying? You can go on Twitter, you can go on Reddit. There's a couple of Discords you can get into, and you can literally download the schematic and put it together. You just need to get the parts and everything. And there are plenty of people out there who are actually just building different cases or whatever, and they'll send them to you. Now, be careful about that. Just because people are being generous with you doesn't mean you should have a level of caution. But you get my point. Like, there's a whole community around controller building, or hitbox building, if you will. So it's not difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
Oh, what's going?
No, you chill the fuck out.
What's going, bro? What the?
He's a kid. He's learning to 16. Like, let him be.
So if you 16, you get to still hit someone. No.
Okay, chat. So what do you think? You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that situation? You know what I'm saying? Is that what I'm gonna do when I get into that lobby with Hate Army winning the rest of those guys? And if I get my shit handed to me, I'm gonna just throw my controller against my fucking big screen TV and just be mad on Twitter? Or I'm gonna do a stream ranting about that bullshit? Yo, they are I wanted to really illustrate this to you because when you think about DSP's FGC days, right? The FGC is still, as you see, very much about respect. But back in the day, some of those guys, not everybody, but some of those guys were hotheads. So you want to go out there and pull some stupid shit, someone may very well go ahead and answer you. So this gives you an idea of the nonsense DSP was in and what happened when people were quick to pull his ass out. I'm not saying this kid deserved a beating. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, clearly, he was out of his fucking element. Okay? You lost. Okay? No one would have... Hey, you got outplayed or whatever the case may be. Pick up your controller, shake that dude's hand, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You walk off, these dudes are going ahead and dapping this guy up, giving him props. The cameraman is who's already filming all of it, is like, yo, I gotta look at this controller. I gotta look at I gotta look at the fallout. And then you want to swing on him? He's not touching your controller, which is already broken up. He's just recording it. And you're saying these guys are fucking with me. These guys are fucking with me. Sounds like some DSP shit. People need to grow up, man. People need to grow up. This shit's still very much built on respect. And that kid is fortunate that people are... There was a lot more open hands out there to be like, yo, you need to chill, you need to calm down, than someone actually yoking that guy up. He's very, very fortunate. Very fortunate. And a lot of fuckery like that still kind of happens every once in a while, but this right here really, it deserved to be publicized a bit. So there's the situation on that. Oh, there'll be a lot more controller smashing. If you follow the Smash community and their nonsense, people throw this shit around all the fucking time, and it's just expected. It's just expected. But with everybody else, at least on this side of the spectrum, people were kind of like, well, damn, what's up with that? It's a wild situation. It's wild. So keep an eye out on that, because there were some people on Twitter being like, yo, Is he going to be the next shooter at another gaming convention or at another gaming tournament? That's not really funny, but I understand what they're saying. So it is what it is on that. Big ups to Ernesto, too. I think he actually covered it on Button Check. So you guys can check that out when you're ready. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now we start getting into the horror and into the silly shit. So we're going to go over here and see what's up with Cyraxx. Cyraxx is a fucking ghoul. I don't know what else or how else to tell you that. Cyraxx is a fucking ghoul. So, let me go ahead and pass out some Snort Bucks to you guys. Snort Bucks Coffee Company, the best beverage company. And let me pass some of this out. You're going to need it. You'll thank myself and Chiyo later for this, because this is going to be bad. Okay. Cyraxx, there was a guy, the way I understand it, someone was protesting in front of his house. Not on his lawn, but like on that sidewalk. And Cyraxx was getting agitated, his family was getting agitated, so he comes out there with a baseball bat, and he swings on the dude, which is Aware of Myself, I think is what the guy's name is. And somehow, Cyraxx ends up losing the bat. And then later on, Cyraxx ends up getting charges pressed against his ass. This shit is funny. Okay, so I got 3 videos. We got 2 by Fete Smokers Fiends. We're going to go over those 2 now. And then Aware of Myself, who's the actual person who was going through this nonsense. You guys can hear a little bit more from him. You guys ready? Let's go. Now, keep in mind, the music was just added because the original version is kind of grainy. But this is what this ghoul looks like. But there's more to it after that. I didn't add the music; someone else did. But you'll see. You'll see. How is this real? When I first saw this dude, I was like, no. No, that's not possible. That's not possible. This is in New Mexico? So what is this? This isn't some fucking Fallout and shit. This is in some fucking, Eastern European country or whatever. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Something. How the fuck did you come out there with a bat? The dude put his camera down. The dude literally put his camera down and was like, okay, well, don't hit the camera. And somehow he has control of the bat. Now you can't do anything. You're not swinging on him. You're not throwing no hands with him, nothing. He has your bat, and now essentially you're defenseless, and you're scared to let go of the bat. Because oh my god! Because you're scared of him turning the bat on you. This shit is crazy! All the madness! All the madness! Oh, I wish I could show you that. This is the this is part of the real terror. Is like the top of his head. Oh, I can't show you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it in frame. But he has like all these like scabs. He has like all these like terrible. Oh wow! Sorry about that. That was not planned. He has all these terrible scars on the top of his head, where like where he's had scabs from like different types of bites and God knows what else. It's a thing. This thing. He is a ghoul. He is legitimately a fucking ghoul. And dude, I didn't mean for it to freeze on this. I am sorry, chat, but I'm not sorry. I need you to see the terror. I need you to embrace it. This is what's out there. Okay? This is what's roaming around on the fucking internet. For some of you who like the lolcow shit, like laughing and all that stuff, you know, going to your favorite detractor's favorite detractor, I get that. But you're you're starting to get into the point of the abyss where shit gets crazy and somewhat entertaining. Now, this is crazy. That the guy, the older gentleman you saw walking up is Cyrax's neighbor, or one of his neighbors. And he comes out to aid the guy who Cyrax is beefing with. And so Cyrax just abandons the bat and then essentially tries to run his ass back home. Or he slowly but surely starts making his way back to the house. So your own neighbors loathe you and your family. That's what this shit's come down to. Holy shit. And the sign you see is what Aware of Myself was using to protest outside of Cyrax's house. So now the neighbor is using that, and Cyrax ain't giving up the bat. And he's about to catch charges. Yo! It's so crazy! That's so wild. Imagine. Let's go ahead now. Let's go ahead and try to familiarize ourselves with this a little bit. This is the equivalent of like. Let me choose somebody. This is the equivalent of Super Crazy protesting outside of Phil's house, and Phil coming out with one of the battle axes or whatever, and Super Crazy wrestling the fucking axe out of his hand, right? Phil's neighbors are all coming out, rallying and cheering Super Crazy, and Phil just goes ahead and like waddles his ass back into the house, and then jumps on stream and talks about how he's being harassed. That's essentially, that would be the equivalent. That's fucking hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. But it gets better. It gets better. Oh my god. All right, so what's our next one here? Cyrax is being arrested. Here we go.
That's it. Let it all out. Let it all out, Cyrax.
I want to know why you did this to me.
Because you're a child predator.
He is not a predator.
Okay, well, tell that to the evidence that speaks.
Do you have anything?
Actually, this is public. Yeah, this is public. Oh, yeah, I'm just public. Sir, well, you gotta go. You need to keep him away from me. You gotta go. You're gonna go to jail too, Ed? You're gonna go to jail too? This is public. Make it worse. This is public.
Not right here, ain't.
This is a public sidewalk.
This is driveway.
Back up before you catch a charge too.
Baby, come on.
Why did you guys try to help me when I screamed for help?
When you scream for help.
All the time I scream for help.
Sure, yeah.
I'm sorry that this happened.
This is a trial one for when they arrest you for being a pedophile.
Oh, shit. Yo! Shit's getting crazy out here. Okay, so I'm gonna play it for you guys one more time. But that wailing that you heard at the very, very beginning, that's Cyraxx. You know, it's not some hound dog that's in the kitchen or something. That's Cyraxx. Holy shit! You gotta hear it again. You gotta hear it again.
That's it. Let it all out. Let it all out, Cyraxx.
I want to know why you did this to me.
Because you're a child predator.
He is not a predator.
Okay, well, tell that to the evidence that speaks.
Do you have anything?
Actually, this is public. Yeah, this is public. Yeah, I'm just public. Sir, will you gotta go. You need to keep him away from me. You gotta go. You're gonna go to jail too, Ed?
The jump scare. Oh wow, my timing is getting better. See, Phil, practice makes perfect. The terror. The terror. Holy shit. The terror. It doesn't get any more scary than this shit. Holy shit, it's a mess out there. It's a mess out there. Fuck. Alright, let's continue.
Go to jail too? This is public. Don't make it worse. This is public.
Not right here, ain't.
This is a public sidewalk.
This is the driveway.
Back up before you catch a charge too.
Baby, come on.
Why did you guys try to help me when I screamed for help?
When you scream for help.
All the time I scream for help.
Sure, yeah.
I'm sorry that this happened.
This is a trial one for when they arrest you for being a pedophile.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Now, the guy that you hear talking is the same guy we saw who has Cyraxx's baseball bat. So, you know what I'm saying? Eventually he came out there and got him and shit. God, dog, this shit is fucking wild. But there's still more. There's still more. So we're going to go to the Dude's channel itself. Remember, the link, ladies and gentlemen, to all of this horror is down in the description. But we're going to go here to Aware of Myself, and we're going to actually hear a little bit of what he has to say when he was speaking to the police officer. Like I said, if you want to go to his channel, he has more where he actually discusses it. He went on he's probably been on a couple of different podcasts at this point in the Cyraxx universe, talking about his side and what he's going to do and everything like that. But anyway, this right here is going to give you an idea of what's going on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Got a terrible taste in my mouth. The fear!
Go take a PERK 30, Ed. So, do you have a card with the address of the police department? Or I'll just tell my Uber.
Gunshot or fireworks?
Oh, yeah, you can never
no,
tell.
The address is 217 South High Street.
Okay.
Those were gunshots.
That's not good. You guys are always on your toes.
Fireworks. I don't know.
Yeah, I think those might be fireworks.
I hope they're fireworks. So we have all your info, your social and all that, so you'll be linked to it.
Sure.
And also, it'll be under this address, so if you need, you just call the court.
That's a microaggression.
Just call the courthouse or go to the station if you need a copy of the report.
Sure. Do I have to be there in a timely manner? When do you guys want me there? Okay, Cyraxx. Yeah, right. You're protecting a child predator. Yeah, right.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be on the books. Take a PERK 30,
You
Ed.
gotta step back.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm just filming. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you guys for actually doing something about this monster. Yeah, right. Yeah, all your neighbors are celebrating this. Yeah, right. This is a trial run for when he gets arrested for being a predator. Go take a PERK 30. Go cry about it, Ed. I'm not crying about nothing. There he goes, everybody. There goes Cyraxx. Bye, Cyraxx. Bye, child predator. Bye. We did it. Justice has finally been served on Akron or Lloyd Street. You're right. Justice hasn't been served. Or what? Yeah, or what? Oh, I'll find out what? That you're a fucking retard? Just like Cyraxx? Go take a PERK 30, Ed. Go take your little PERK 30s. Oh, wow. You sure showed me. Sorry they arrested your child predator son.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. All right. So big ups to Aware of Myself. Good luck with the case and however that plays out. And I'll keep an eye on it. Why not? I know Proper will. Big up Stage of Proper. I know he will. So, and we will see. But that's the madness that's going on in the Cyraxx universe. Try to give you guys a bit of a mixed bag here. You know, trying to add some flair to our menu here. Oh shit. Cyraxx is a menace. He's a fucking menace, and they bring it to him. Holy shit. But yeah, I do know she bailed him out. I mean, she kind of needs to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there's some type of government like assistance that runs through him, so I'm not surprised, or whatever the case may be. But I know that has to have him shaken up, because now dudes literally have no problem with damn near coming to your doorstep and seeing what's what. So, you know, we we got some real issues going on around this bitch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me apologize to all of you right now. So let me go ahead and throw some snort bucks in the chat. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of respect here. And I appreciate you guys being here, because there are better detractors you can be spending your time with. But I have to give you guys a bit of a palate cleanser, because this is where shit gets nasty. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's where our situation is. King Cobra has made one of his food hacks, and it ended horribly, as you would expect, but not necessarily in the way you would expect. So, if I remember correctly, earlier on day one, he orders a couple of burritos from Taco Bell, eats one of them, and then holds on to the second one to use for a food hack. Makes this monstrosity, which is the only way I can really describe it to you, and then leaves it out overnight. Like, leaves it out all day, essentially. He leaves it out all day after he finishes baking it, or whatever you want to call it, and then leaves the damn thing out overnight, and then comes back the next day to eat it. So you're talking about at least one piece of food that's been out for about 24 hours on its own, which is a major ingredient for what it went into the shit, into his main dish later. It's a mess. It's ugly. Anywho, let me not hold you guys up, and let's just go ahead and get into it. We're here with Boglim Chronicles. Oh my gosh. Cobra eats bug-infested Bogrrito. This shit is from... It's not shit, but... Well, his shit. It's from June 26th of 2023, our current year of failure, and amongst other things. The link will be down in the description. Bogrrito. That's fucking amazing. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Just let you get into it now.
What up, YouTube? We have a California breakfast crunch wrap with bacon, cheese, egg, guacamole, extra hash browns, tomatoes, steak, 3-cheese blend, and creamy jalapeno sauce. We got a burrito, which is a grande toasted breakfast burrito with bacon, eggs, potatoes, extra 3-cheese blend, tomatoes, steak, creamy jalapeno sauce, reduced fat, sour cream. We're saving the burrito for a food hack. Now, the breakfast burrito, we're saving that.
Now, here's the thing. If you guys have followed Cobra for any period of time, you already know this. And I know that I know And has gone over a good portion of his videos as well, so he can co-sign some of this. The dude doesn't know how to eat. He orders a bunch of shit thinking that more is better. And a lot of the same autistic type of way that DSP likes to do it too. And it just comes out to, it's just a waste of money. You're talking about $2 or whatever the case may be for every extra item he throws on there. For that, he probably could have bought 3 of those things and just had each one of them be a different one. It's terrible. I have a burger video that he did. We're not going to be able to go over it today. But he has a burger video where it's not even a burger. It's just a stack of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like is it Durwood? It's not even like a Durwood sandwich type thing. It's just a stack of shit. It defies logic. Anyway, the dude don't know how to eat. That's really what it comes down to. And he just wastes his money doing this shit. And then he tries to justify it being that, oh, it's just a food hack. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. And that's not the... It's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? It's not the case. But anyway, and he's self-aware enough, believe it or not, that he knows that. He knows that. But he's a junkie at this point. So he can't really do anything about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's completely and utterly fucking shot. So, here we go.
A food hack that I'm doing for dinner later. What up, YouTube?
I want to bring this back to you real quick, because this is the shit that I feel like you would see if you were tied up, and the guy's like, "Would you like me to bring you some water?" That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like literally a first person view of this shit. Holy shit! You can't tell me that didn't look like some serial killer shit the way he was looking at that camera. You can't tell me that's not what that was. Exactly. It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does it whenever it's told.
Made a burrito using that leftover Taco Bell burrito. 4 pieces of bacon fried Spam. Cheese. Spicy fish.
Bacon flavored Spam and spicy fish. What? Oh, the terror. The terror.
Hot sauce. It was a Ghost Pepper Melinda's hot sauce. Bacon ranch. Sprinkled the Ghost Pepper Melinda's hot sauce on top with some of that seasoning. Now it's bacon in the oven. Some fans sent me some fish too. That's the Spam we used. The spicy fish in question is this one right here. I loaded the whole can into the burrito with like 4 pieces of fried Spam. Did the Spam pieces first, then the Taco Bell burrito that I custom made earlier, then the cheese, then the spicy fish. Loading a Taco Bell burrito into a chimichanga that has fried Spam and bacon in it. The footage of it making it was not the greatest.
Now, I should run a poll, but we won't do that. That's something we can incorporate later on. But I want you guys to think back. Okay? I want you guys to think back right before the War Dog leader situation. DSP kind of was a mess like this. DSP was kind of fucked up like this. Not necessarily this bad, but he was kind of fucked up like this. Right? Where, like, he was completely and utterly fucking useless. He could barely wash his own ass, let alone do laundry or anything else. He was, like, doing whatever he could to survive day to day. The only thing is with Cobra is he thinks he's actually doing something. When in actuality, this is a cry for fucking help. And so where the fuck is Clint at? Come and get your goddamn kid. Because the next call that you get, sadly, is either him dead, him being charged with killing somebody else, or even worse. Come get your fucking kid.
It's just about done baking in the oven. I used a bunch of toothpicks to hold it together.
Right, Meth? Like like the way Cobra brags about his food is in the exact same way as DSP does. Like, the only thing is DSP is not completely repetitive as it pertains to the ingredients and shit. But he does try to, I want to say big up, but that's not actually the word I'm looking for. He tries to make the ingredients seem more prestigious than what they are. Or how they're blended together, or whatever the case may be. Same depth and style in a lot of ways. Big ups, Robert. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the demon child. That's what it is, and it's being in its incubation chamber. That's what that is. Ladies and gentlemen, he believes that is food. He believes... Sorry, I didn't mean to say it with such affliction. But he believes that is food. That is his creation. That is the new Hellraiser, exactly. That's where the bugs of the Boglim fucking cave, or whatever you want to call it. That's where they're going to find their sanctuary. It's going to be in there. Real soon. Real fucking soon. But that doesn't look like food. That literally looks like something you see out of a horror movie. That shit's scary. If someone put that on your table, you'd be like, yeah, you need to get up out of my house. I'm gonna need you to leave. I mean, an aborted fetus, he'd have to have sex for that to happen, but you never know. I mean, I hear King Cobra's dark powers are rather extensive, so I don't know. What do you call that? A chimera? I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. But it gets worse.
Well, chimichanga food inception right there. But it's got the spicy fish, the fried spam, cheese, bacon bits, another burrito in there, so that's going to be pretty tasty. I had to lower the oven rack so I could fit the burrito in there with all them toothpicks, but that's alright. Used to make chimichanga so many times that you kind of know the process by now. You want to see how I do it? Check out my chimichanga cooking videos. You know, the cooking video I had rolling this motherfucker was a disaster. I spilled toothpicks all over the place. I was like, fuck this shit.
So did you, every toothpick that you spilled all over the floor, did you put it into this fucking monstrosity? Like, look at all of that. Like, what is exactly, what was it alive? Was it moving when they put that damn thing into the oven? Oh my Christ. What is this? Like acupuncture or some shit. Holy fuck.
Keep in mind.
Look at that. Look at that, chat. Look at that. And the horror isn't even done yet. We're not even finished. The sweet release of death has not even... It hasn't even blessed this thing yet. It gets worse. Take it all in.
Yeah. Taco Bell burrito that I stuffed inside this giant chimichanga. It's got bacon and steak and eggs. And you know what's up.
That's where the bodies are. It's a good thing Stephanie and Cobra don't talk, because God forbid she turns into a food hack herself. Holy shit.
Now that it's nice and crispy, we're going to add some cheese and sauce to the top. And bacon in the oven till the cheese melts. Sprinkle some bacon bits on top of that cheese.
Yeah, see, we could have stopped here. We probably should have stopped a long time ago. We probably should have stopped a long time ago. But we could have stopped here. But no. We're adding hot sauce, but it gets worse.
Pepper Melinda's on top of the bacon bits and the cheese. There's already bacon ranch on the inside of it. We're gonna hit it with a strip of that.
So, chat, despite everything that's unholy that's already inside this goddamn thing, you wanted to add cheese and bacon bits on the top of it, and hot sauce, And we could have stopped there, even though I would never eat any of that. But then you want to hit it with ranch? Now remember, there is a bacon, egg, and sausage burrito in there with bacon-flavored Spam and spicy fish. And there's ranch in there, because he put ranch in that inside of it. Now you want to have ranch outside of it. This is why Pompeii went down the way it did. There was some fucking Boglim there and shit, maybe a reincarnation of Cobra, who was creating some type of fuckery, and it was like, nah, it's got to go, and that's what happened. That's my prediction anyway. That's what I think happened.
And a sprinkle of our seasoning. Put this back in the oven. The cheese is going to melt and get a little crispy on top of the shell. At least show you some of this action right here. Cut it in half.
Where the fuck is the ranch? Where is the ranch? Where's the semblance of cheese or bacon? It's good. Oh my Christ. It gets worse.
That greasy, delicious looking burrito, all stuffed with goods. I'll be munching out on that all day, man. We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the goods. We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the goods. Fried Spam's in there, bacon bits, fish, cheese. Fellow YouTubers,
you can't tell me he didn't see that. You can't tell me he didn't see that. And he's not Renfield. He doesn't fucking get power. Maybe he does. Maybe his dark powers are intensified if he eats bugs. I don't know. But you cannot tell me he didn't see that.
Boy, King Cobra JFS. I've been munching out on this here burrito. I've been munching out on this here burrito.
There's literally bugs crawling in that shit! Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. I may have to bring this full screen just so you can see the terror. I might have to. You know what? Just for those first two parts. Just so you can see it. Just so you can see. Just in case, you know what I'm saying? Because I got this at like 1080. But like, just so you can understand the horror. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go the extra fucking mile. I'm willing to do that. Might have to make chat disappear for a second. Okay. Just so you guys can see the terror.
Cut it in half. Look at that greasy, delicious looking burrito, all stuffed with goods. I'll be munching out on that all day, man. We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the goods. We'll try it here in a second. Just wanted to give you a close-up of the goods. Fried Spam's in there, bacon bits, fish, cheese. Fellow YouTubers, it's your boy King Cobra JFS. I've been munching out on this here burrito. I've been munching out on this here burrito. I took a couple bites earlier.
Jesus Christ. And you can, and I know he can see it because it was almost like he was gonna reach for one of them right then and there, and he decided not to at the last minute. Oh my Christ. The terror. The horror. The fucking horror. I needed you to see that in full screen. It doesn't. What I was doing wasn't doing any justice, and I apologize. I apologize that I tried to shield you from the world of the dark world of King Cobra. I wasn't doing it justice. Holy shit!
It's simply delicious. This massive chimichanga action. Oh, look at that. Look at that deliciousness. Yes. Delicious, spicy, packed with protein and calories and greasy love. However, I wish I would have cooked it for a little less time. But outside of that, it's not bad.
Now, keep in mind, chat, it's not necessarily about the bugs you see. It's the ones that you don't. That's the real takeaway from this video. It's not just the bugs that you saw. It's the ones that you didn't see.
Plain because it's loaded with calories. Spicy, cheesy, packed with protein. It's not bad, actually. Not half bad. Definitely packed with flavor, heat, and calories, and greasy goodness. I have plenty of amazing ideas for chimichangas in the future. However, I'm going to have to wait till I make some more of that cheddar, so that's how it do. You could feed a small army with this burrito. Sincerely, jokes aside though, really tasty fucking burrito.
And something tells me that, like I said, he saw it. And I feel like that's why he made the joke. He's like, you could feed a small army with this. Oh yeah, I bet you're already doing that. You're already doing that. Oh my god. Oh my god. And it's hard to say that that was like the worst one so far because there's just so many bad ones. There's just so many disgusting ones out there. It's hard to even really come to that conclusion. Holy shit. Oh, holy shit. But big ups to the Boglim Chronicles. Yet again, just going above and beyond what anybody should be expected to do. Jesus Christ. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we've kind of you've gotten a taste of the horror cows, let's go ahead and get into our usual bed and breakfast with some Wings of Redemption. What's some Jordy? Some Jordan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Breaking Banquet. Let's see here. Wings of Redemption has a glorious disaster stream as he demands money from his viewers. This is from June 19th of 2023. The link will be down in the description. Now, Jordy, as of late, has been picking up on some of DSP's tactics. So this is where we're going to get ready to go with that. It's a, you never know. This could be a dark horse. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Here we go.
By the way, I need likes. I need at least 150 likes. I'm pretty much done with the YouTube part of my life. Let's go look at the comments on my videos. There's never a positive comment. Wings couldn't redeem himself. I'm not going to change because I don't want to exercise. I regret ever doing the fight. Like, I still need to make $40 or $50. I have crippling depression.
And so, the thumb man who cheated his diet outside Good Springs.
By the way, let me know if it's too loud or if it's not loud enough, whatever the case may be, and whatnot, and I will adjust it accordingly. Here we go.
his diet once again. After the Battle of London, many thought it was the push Richard needed to finally change once and for all. At first, tourists arrived in masses, showing support. Eventually, some got bored. Others left when Richard's true nature inevitably started to show once more. In the new world of Trailer 101, Team
When
Bully...
does Wings start playing Pokemon? I don't know. We'll have to see. The desperation's definitely there. The desperation's definitely there. How long will it take to get to set place is the real question. But please, by all means, don't ever doubt that the desperation isn't there. He should actually challenge Syndicate to a fight, actually. Jordy should do that. He most certainly should. He won't, because I think he'd be scared that Syndicate would be able to beat him. Even though he completely outweighs Syndicate. So unless Syndicate's planning on running for the first half of the first round to win Jordy, to get Jordy winded, Syndicate has a chance to could very well win that fight. He very well could. He very well could. Here we go. Yeah, he would get paid even if he lost. But see, the thing is, though, is Jordy's a lot like DSP in a lot of ways. Not a whole lot of pride, but a lot of ego. And to lose to Syndicate twice, because if you remember, Syndicate's has one of the notches on his belt for really bringing bringing Wings' reputation down as a Call of Duty player, which is one of the few things that Jordy actually valued at that time. So, we're cutting close to the quick, but it could happen.
Continued. Pepsi was spilled, and many laughed and enjoyed, just as they had in the old world. Because Wings never changes.
Alright. At this point, I'm banning the word boxing. Let me go do that. I'm sleepy as hell, but I gotta continue to stream. Realistically, I need to make another $130 before I go to bed. So here's what I need you guys. I need you guys to start hitting the like button. The trolls are starting to take over again. They're outnumbering your likes 2 to 1. It used to be 4 to 1. So it's gotten better. It got to the point where we were having 60 or 70% likes. What ends up happening is the trolls have a Discord set up. So every time I go live, there are bots in there that come in and automatically dislike and leave the stream. So you got to compete against that.
Poor Pikachu. Yeah, it's I think his tip goal is $130 a day, which is already kind of pathetic. If you're gonna aim, you might as well aim high. You know what I'm saying? You should make it $300 a day or $300 a stream or whatever. He's not gonna hit it, but he's barely hitting the 130 anyway. So at least have a bit more pride for yourself. But to beg for likes to try to beat out the trolls is ridiculous. Because they still have him beat on views and engagement on the actual videos themselves. Likes and dislikes are a formality at this point.
I don't want to talk about the boxing because the boxing's behind me at this point. Look at this. Look at it this way. I'm looking at my numbers right now. I got 88 subs in the last 30 days. My last week, I got 10, 3, -7, -7, -20, -11. At this point, more people are leaving the channel than they're coming into the channel.
There's soda cans because Wings doesn't drink. I think they're legitimate real cans. I think just Kelly probably washed them out or whatever. And I'm pretty confident those are legitimate Pepsi cans. I think he's shown them he shows them in another video. I think it was in a Lummox video I saw, where he actually took one of the cans out and showed it because he wanted to make some point about the difference between soda in Europe compared to in the Americas, which is just the real difference is just a whole lot of sugar. To be honest, it's a whole lot of sugar.
Well, Lying Figure, the numbers have to matter to me.
Or artificial sweetener, whatever.
Let me just fix it instead of banning people.
Yeah, the room is tidy because Kelly cleans it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kelly keeps the room clean. It's not like DSP where shit's just like all over the fucking floor and supposedly he's cleaning and sanitizing his equipment once a week. You guys remember that lie, right? That's when the ear infection saga first started. And he was disinfecting everything once a week to make sure it never happened. And then DSP, being DSP, found an even easier way out in that, oh, I can just go ahead and buy neck earphones, and then I can go ahead and get rid of all of that. What the fuck? So there's that. Big ups, Radiance Blade. Have a good day, man. Thanks for coming out. But yeah. So that's what the situation is with that.
I figure out how to do this. There we go. Twitch and Ash, hey, what would it take to get you back in the ring? I'm probably not. Twitch and Ash, I'm probably not, because it doesn't give me no long-term success. Like, I'm looking for something to transition into, and I'm not. I'm 37. I'm 400. I'm morbidly obese. I'm not going to be a person that fights all the time. I'd be better off getting something that works behind the scenes. I thought I just banned that word. Oh, I just banned the term boxing. Mods, can you? We're going to start cracking down on the trolling again. Like, Midnight Captain needs to be banned. Yeah, I should ban that word. All right, mods. Don't want to talk about boxing. Do 10-minute timeouts when you see people trying to get around the term boxing and things like that, please. Let's talk about something else. No, I've been up the whole time.
Hermit, that's a fair point, but he won't do that because it's an accomplishment. At least for him it is. I don't know what kind of accomplishment you could get out of beating a walking punching bag or a walking combo dummy. I don't get it, but that's just me. But it is an accomplishment. It's something that he's done. So that's the reason why it's there. My real question is, why did he really give back the boxing gloves? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, what are they going to do with it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless he was donating it to, like, unless Keem was going to do, like, some type of charity event. But even then, who's going to go out of their way for that? You know what I'm saying? Who would go out of their way for that? So, I don't know. But it just kind of goes to show, which really kind of goes to show as it pertains to some of the boxing talk he's been doing over the last couple weeks. He don't know shit. You don't reuse a pair of boxing gloves, after a fight, professional or otherwise. You know what I'm saying? You don't use it for another competitive event. It doesn't work. And you just keep it. You buy those things in bulk. So, and matter of fact, didn't Jordy and... No, they wouldn't have let them buy their own gloves because they have to be regulated. Yeah, they'd have to be regulated. So there was really no reason to give the gloves up. I don't know. It's stupid.
I don't own any guns, J-Lord. I got rid of guns. How long ago was that? I got rid of my guns in 2018, so I've haven't owned guns for 5 years now. Giant exercise. First off, I want to say great job on showing up and getting in the ring after you went from 1K viewers a day after stream to back to your normal numbers. People want to see a new you. It's not going to happen, man. I'm always going to be a fat person. And I thank you for the $50 donation, but I'm always going to be a fat person. I'm not going to be a person that does more than everything. It's like people went back and said, like, people feel like I squandered the hype. The hype was always going to be squandered. Because one, I'm pretty much done with the YouTube part of my life. Like, I don't want to make YouTube videos. Like, because, like, here's what happens when I make a YouTube video. It's going to get dislike bombed. There's going to be people in the comment section that just hate. Like, it's ridiculous. Let's go look at the comments on my videos.
Now, see, this is exactly what Keemstar was trying to prey upon between him, Boogie, and DSP. Wings was given an opportunity to better himself through a physical activity, right? And all he has to do is maintain it. And as long as he maintains it, there are going to be people lined up to hand him his ass, and vice versa, maybe, and him be able to collect a check, right, every couple months or whatever. Wings didn't see it that way. He was like, oh, I do this boxing event, I get some popularity and notoriety back, and then I go back to doing the same lame duck shit that I've been doing that wasn't getting me the results that I want or I felt that I deserve, and, oh, that's it. And then it turns into the perpetual, like, cycle of failure that it was. It's the same, if you really listen to this and then you apply it to when he was begging for money for the surgery, it was destined to fail. It was legitimately destined to fail, if you look at it from that perspective. He finessed those people out of their money. That's why he went and got the surgery in Mexico and didn't do it here in the U.S. Same concept. Yeah, they all gave up. They all were going to give up. That's what makes a lolcow. They were all going to eventually give up. If, for example, if Low Tier Guy gets into the ring with whoever, if he loses, I wouldn't expect to see him back in another boxing match. If he wins, then we'll see. Because he's going to think that he has value, or even more value, and he's going to want more money, and then you have to deal with all that nonsense. But for Wings, this was all about finessing. He never had any real intention to do anything. All this heartache he's talking about how I have to work out and I have to do this and I didn't like doing it and I just want to sit around and wallop in my own misery and shit like that, whatever. He did what he had to do to get the bag and then he just wanted to go back to his flop house. Same concept. It is what it is. And yet again, because he can't see past himself in the same way DSP can't, he doesn't look at, oh, well, maybe if I better myself, I can better my life for Kelly too. Because, I mean, they're not going to have kids, so the least he could do is try to provide her a better life. He's not even willing to do that. As long as he can get up and eat, sleep, and shit, he doesn't give a fuck about what Kelly's doing. He really don't. And when you hear her try to banter with him, or when she complains or whatever, he has like this far off look, like you know he's not paying attention. Like he's purposely zoned out. So it is what it is. But that's why when a lot of the trolls are on his neck, I've never really had a problem with it. I thought some of the methods were a bit excessive at times. I'll admit to that. But I understand why they do it. That doesn't necessarily mean that I condone it, but I understand it. I understand it. Well, good point, Wings 007. Boogie really doesn't have another choice, though, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even say that he's still not working at the same level that he was working before getting into this match in the first place. But I will say that it's very clear that Boogie and Wings were depending on DSP to do that podcast. It's very clear that's what the situation was. You know what I mean? Like you can see kind of the codependency in it, and you can see the frustration that came out of it. So I don't know if Boogie's 50. I thought he was like 48. He could be. He could be 49. I know he's getting up there. Certainly, he's definitely getting up there. Big up, chat.
Every day he'd lose weight. Elbows at the impact, don't push your punches. Like the people are like giving me tips on the boxing thing. He really ruined all the positivity he went through with the boxing match. There's never a positive comment. I just don't even fucking read them half the time now. You know, it breaks my heart about Wings. Every time he gets some kind of vindication, change in public perception, he actually seems to be on the trajectory of gaining fans back. For example, the fight, everyone doubted he would show up. He throws it all away to be back to his man-child self. Weird, I dipped right in for the streak ended. Wings, imagine running a business that you'll never tell anyone when the business is open and you show up at the business whenever. People always trying to give me fucking advice. Chicken Wings of Redemption. Box again, pimp. Here's Epic Yarn. Say he's proud of me. Thank you, Epic. That's the first good comment. And then the next comment's Epic Yarn. Anything that's not one of my mods. You know the character menu, right? Change the tier and delete the character. You can skip the campaign on new characters. After all,
imagine you going through your comment section or even your stream chat, hunting for good comments or positive comments or whatever. There's some genuinely good advice, or there's actually some perspective in there. He wants to completely ignore that because he knows it's true, and he just wants to focus on something that's hyper positive, I guess. Because if you're only used to negative, when you do see one thing, it would be considered a hyper positive. He just wants to focus on that. And what does that do for you? It's clearly not enough to be a quick dopamine shot. So what is it? And maybe if you fix the problems that you had, maybe more comments, positive comments will come in, or positive reinforcement, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Wings, or like Wings 77 is talking about some of his stats right now. Wings is never going to be able to get back up to any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's completely and utterly done as it pertains to the algorithm. And he's not really willing to start over. But while he's still doing this, because he can't do anything else, he should at least try. And he's not doing that. And because of that, is the reason why everybody's going to be able to step on his goddamn neck, and he'll never be able to do anything about it, and he'll never be able to change anything. He did it to himself. He did it to himself. And though between him and DSP, one would feel more sympathy for Wings than DSP, truth be told, and never forget that they're both pieces of shit. They're both pieces of garbage. That's true. His trolls have dug him out of the fucking shitter. They certainly have. Which goes into the kind of complex relationship that him and his trolls have, to be honest. But yet again, Wings is a fucking idiot. Wings is a fucking idiot.
But
now that I think about it, though, I always did want to go over those Lion Den videos. I did always want to go over those. I'll put it on the list.
Redeem himself. You see why I'm getting tired of this, right? Every time I see it, it's just somebody talking about this shit. I don't want to talk about it.
Is he really waiting for that fight money? I thought he already got that. For all we know, I would assume it's like 30 days until Keem was going to pay out. But it doesn't matter. The moment they get it, he's going to spend it. He's going to spend it. So it doesn't really even matter. Because he was talking about getting a new car or a used car, whatever. He was talking about buying a new gun. He went ahead and took out a loan for his air conditioning unit. So trust me, the money's already spent anyway. No, it's not the Lion's Den is not a porn flick. At least not that I know of. I have to ask Derek about that.
Like, I'm not going to change. It's not going to happen. Because I don't want to exercise. I don't want to center my channel around exercising. I don't. I like being fucking fat.
Sounds like some Amberlynn Reed shit. Which, chat, expect some of that in the upcoming weeks. But instead of being a man and just saying, oh, I don't want to exercise. I just don't want to do anything to help further my fucking life or whatever. It is what it is. We go to, oh, I don't want to turn this into a weight loss channel. Your channel ain't about much of anything else anyway. To be honest. And instead of you focusing on the weight loss, if you're looking for some positivity, yet again, if that's what we're fishing for, then why not actually try to do something that will better yourself and build an audience around it? Why not just do that? I'll say, he keep going like this, he gonna wake up one day, he gonna be fat, 40, and alone.
Exercise. I don't want to center my channel around exercising. I don't. I like being fucking fat. I like eating. I like sleeping.
I'm sorry, chat. We have to be fat to like to eat? Is that my understanding? Yeah, Girl World has been fucking interesting as of late. Amberlynn and Chantel have been... They've been on a nice little hot streak as of late. It's very, very interesting shit. Very interesting shit.
By the way, I need likes. We got 279 people in here. I need at least 150 likes. Hit them like buttons, boys. I can't afford to end streaming. I've had such shit fucking streams this whole month. Like, I'm so far behind. It is what it is. My viewers are already dropped. Actually, I regret ever doing the fight. My viewers are down. My subs are down. My interactions down. Everything is down across the board since before the fight. All of it. I don't want to collab with people.
Now, here, that can't be true. Because before the fight, I mean, there may have been a handful of streams, if that many, where he was over 400 viewers. I know he's struggling to hit 3 now, but, I mean, it wasn't like there was crazy viewership. And I can't even say that there was crazy contributions or donations or whatever the fuck. I can't even say that was really that high. So I don't even know where he comes to that conclusion, but it doesn't even matter because the money from the fight, whether from the being paid by Happy Punch and or the contributions he got after the fight, would cover whatever quote-unquote losses he has anyway. At least for a little while. I don't know, I guess more of that DSP mindset. Yeah, he really is. Him and DSP are closely associated in some aspects in the exact same way that DSP feels like he has an association or a camaraderie with Low Tier God. Like, have you ever noticed that? Have you ever noticed how desperate Jordy is at times to try to build some type of relationship or whatever with DSP? And DSP, in turn, it shows some of that same desperation when it comes to Low Tier God. It's kind of funny when you really think about it. And I know that there's a recent video out by probably Memology where DSP said he wanted to reach out to Low Tier God to challenge him in Street Fighter 6, which, I mean, Low Tier God just has no interest in doing that. He has no interest in doing that with you, first off and foremost. And secondly, if you're DSP, you must feel like a fucking idiot. Because at the end of the day, if you reacted to the June the King's documentary on Low Tier God, what is Low Tier God really going to have to say about any of that? Like, really? What is he going to have to say about it? Low Tier God already tried to go after the video multiple times. It's still up. So you should have just done it. But the thing is, chat, if you listen to how DSP described it, the situation, he's like, I went ahead and messaged him on Twitter. He DM'd him. And he basically was like, hey, I did you a solid by not going over that video. So now it's time for you to pay up. He didn't actually say this. This is what he was implying. Now you should, maybe you should go ahead and look at scratching my pig back and go ahead and let's have a match or whatever. And Low Tier God didn't answer, and he's not going to. Because that's what it comes across like. It comes across like, oh, you owe me. And no one wants to hear that. So it gives you an idea of how much of an idiot DSP is in DMs. We'll go over that video.
What's the point of collab? I understand you'll get people to know you might get a new viewer here and there. Yeah, it gave me 12K, but like you'd lose. I might lose.
June. I don't have nothing against the dude, to be honest. And I've been watching him for a while. So, like I said, I don't have a problem with that guy. I don't have a problem with him doing videos or whatever. My thing is his apprehension or his trepidation for doing a DSP documentary, which is clearly something he's wanted to do for a number of years. Why is he holding off on that? I don't care. It's none of my business why he moves whenever he wants to fucking move. But him kind of acting like, oh, I'm not sure how people are going to react to it and I don't want that type of trouble or whatever is kind of nonsense. That's kind of excessive. Like, no one's going to string you up because you try to show DSP in a positive light before you dumped on him. Or whatever his reason is for not wanting to do the documentary. No one cares. No one cares that much. If he does, he does. He don't, he don't. It doesn't mean anything either which way. My thing is, as it pertains to DSP, is if he wanted to go over the Low Tier God video, he should have just did it. He should have just did it. What's LTG going to do to him? He's going to strike the video down, maybe? It don't matter. If that really did happen, DSP wouldn't come out and say, oh, low tier guy struck my video. He would say, my detractors and haters did it because low tier guy got mad at it. So we're going to take the blame for it regardless. So who gives a shit? But like I said, it's nothing against June and whatnot. And if it's grifting, it's grifting. I mean, whatever. Whatever.
Lose more money in that in the long run. You got to piss me. I'm actually sad, bro. I was rooting for you, but you too focused on the negativity. How are you not supposed to be focused on the negativity? How you not supposed to be focused on negativity? No, the likes aren't disabled. They're just hidden. Like, look at it this way. I streamed for almost 4 hours earlier. 3 hours and 38 minutes. I made like $70. I've made $70 in 14 minutes doing this. I try to not do this. But this is what people want to be. This is what people donate for. This is where the money's at. No, that's not true at all. I interacted more with Diablo than I did with Rainbow. And that's because Rainbow takes a lot more concentration to deal with. But Rainbow, I get higher numbers and higher viewers. Like, anytime I do anything that isn't Rainbow or Call of Duty or, like, people want reaction streams, it's just the same shit. No, I'm just ill right now because, like I want to go to sleep. But I know I can't. It's just me being a big baby. Ban Pingling, please.
All right, I'm gonna let him wallop in his bullshit for a minute. I do think June the King puts out good content, but there's always going to be, believe it or not, at least in that area of, so to speak, there's always going to be reason to grift. It is, and whether you think June is grifting or not is really up to you, as it pertains to it. He's going to chase views. That's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? There's no real getting around that. As long as the quality of whatever he puts out, whatever he's putting out, is up to the standards, at the very least, then it is what it is. He's not just shitting out videos for the sake of doing it, right? So, like, you can't accuse him for something like that. You know what I mean? He's gonna cover the topics where the money's at. It is what it is. I'm not here to question his motives, as long as the information is solid and as long as it's presented in a way that is appealing, at least to what my sensibilities are, because I can't speak for the general public. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And if people decide to donate money to him or whatever the case may be, they do. If they don't, they don't. At the end of the day. But he's no different. I don't look at June as he does it for a cash grab, because you might as well say that for everybody else who's in that field who does that exact same shit. How do you separate one from the other and based on their motives and shit? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And people switch content or switch how they do content all the time. Everybody wants exposure, and everybody, if you can make money off doing it, then by all means. So I'm not sure where that I don't have a negative sentiment about him for it. Because DSP is always doing some dumb shit, but truth be told, if he can spend that much time to do low tier God, let's reword that. Pause. If he can spend that much time on low tier God's life or whatever, I mean, DSP's isn't. It's probably a bit more dense, to be honest, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I didn't know you interviewed him though. Is there a video out on that, or is that just something that like you just did that was like more of like a private session? If there's a video on that, I'd like to hear it. Oh, you have a VOD? Alright, good deal. I'll check that out. I didn't know you interviewed him. I did not know you interviewed him. But yeah, but like I said, that's my thoughts on June. Like it's not that big of a deal. And if he puts it out, he puts it out. If not, it's whatever. It's not even that big of a deal. Because truth be told, if June doesn't do it, someone else will. And there's a bunch of other people out there who have done documentaries on DSP, and they're all pretty solid, if not just outright just great. So you know, it is what it is.
I don't like doing that.
Oh yeah, Ice. I forgot about that. I forgot LTG has those goons who like to have collars on and shit and do all kinds of crazy sick shit. Yikes.
And I don't. But I don't know where to go for. I don't know where to go forward with streaming. Like my numbers have been down all week, all month actually. Like, look at my analytics here. Bring it for June. Like I'm down 33% on views. I'm down 5% on watch time. 104% on subscribers. I've actually lost 81 subscribers in the month of June. And my money is down 43%. So anybody talking about people doing 9 to 5s, just ban them. Vintage. Maybe you don't focus on the exercise, but I do think you should start posting some kind of vids to YouTube right now. Search Wings on YouTube. It's all trolls because you don't have your own vids. I don't feel like doing videos, man. Like honestly, I might never do videos again. I just explained to you, like, you got to feel appreciated to do videos. Like even when I went on my way to make a video. I made the Buc-ee's video. It got 30,000 views and got demonetized. Half the comments were negative. All right, let me show you mods how to ban. Mackless is hiring. Hide him from the channel. Let's see. Maybe you'll get lots of views and start once the Mustang video you mentioned. I'm banning Reed for his comments earlier before. I'll donate $1 for each episode of Berserk 1997 you watch. I'm not watching that shit. Let's see, what else here? Pepe Stein, he's gone. No. Here's the thing. Like, my wife wants a car to drive, so she don't have to put like a ton of miles on her car. So we're looking for something cheap. And the idea was like, maybe I could get like $1,000 car. And I found like this yellow Mustang. And, I can just show it now because I'm not getting it at this point.
If Tevin did a tell-all, if he, I mean, I would certainly watch it for sure. Do you know how long something like that would happen though? Like, do you know how long it would take to do that? Like for Tevin to do something along those lines? Because like, I'll use myself for example, right? My knowledge as it pertains to like most of DSP's lore comes from videos, what I've seen of screenshots like on Twitter, right? And and there may be like 1 or 2 more sources, right? And that's it. You got to think Tevin has Skype, he's got Freedom Chat, he's got what he saw on YouTube, he's got what he saw on Twitch, he has God knows what he's seen or what's been said about on Discord. Like Tevin, like being in just DSP's comment section and shit like that. Like Tevin's knowledge on DSP is vast, and like that take days upon days to go over. Let me give you an example. Remember when the nonsense with SOK happened, and Tevin decided to speak on his side of the story? Most people forget there's 2 streams, or he did 2 long ass videos on that. It's not just one. There's actually 2, and even then he didn't go through everything. After a while, not after a while, he wanted to hit certain points, if you will. If he went over everything that he saw, I mean, who knows how many videos you would have gotten out of that? Who knows how many videos you would have gotten out of that? So, I mean, I'd like to see Tevin do that, but would he want to sit down and actually do it? Holy shit. If he did, I'd support it. Absolutely. But would he want to sit there and do it? There's just so much. There's just so much shit. There's so much shit. And then you gotta, and then just to get the established timeline, and then you fit everything that happened within that timeline, that's scary. And this is coming from someone who went back and watched all of Tevin's videos, right? Or in even Tevin's old streams. And he lays out a lot of that stuff and pretty coherently, to be honest. And even in that position, that shit gets kind of dense. And there's a lot to go over. So, yeah. But if he did it, I'd support it, for sure.
And I was trying my hardest to buy it because the ad stated that it was a 2005 Mustang at 181,000 miles on it. They wanted $1,000.
It could very well be a Chris Chan type situation. It could be like that. Like Tevin could literally give you a whole series, and you could, and like even breaking it down by year, you would get multiple videos out of that just for that set year. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, all the different players involved. You got to understand, like when you look at like the DSP, like, and you see this a lot in on Wings' side of the spectrum too. But like, especially back in the day, when you look at the DSP, like the detractor community or whatever, detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, there's a lot of moving parts. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of moving parts on a lot of different fronts. So not everybody knows what everybody's doing, right? There's just, it's not possible. It's just not plausible. Because there's dudes like who have their little discords with certain other people that they just want to talk to, and that's it. And vice versa. So like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, back in the day, like with Freedom Chat or whatever, it was a bit more, people were a bit more open. And then whatever was going on Skype and whatever little groups that people had is kind of a different story. And if you heard it, you heard it, unless you were actually in those groups. So it gets really dense about that. So if you want to find out how some of the shit happened to DSP, like how some of that shit was coordinated, you know, you're probably going to find that in some obscure fucking group or whatever who was doing that on their own time. Just like any shenanigans that happens with DSP or Wings now or anybody else. If it was planned, it's planned in some small group that no one's ever going to really hear about unless you were privy to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not, trust me, nothing happens just to happen.
It was a steal. That's what it was. And I was trying my hardest to get it. That was the Mustang, but like she sold it to somebody else. Never even messaged me. It doesn't matter if it's a scam. No, it wasn't a scam. I could tell. I could see scams away. Yeah, 2005 is almost 20. It's a 20-year-old car with a V6 engine with almost 200,000 miles. It's almost been to the moon and back. Again, not a scam. How's my taxes doing now? Shit, as always. Like, I don't make, like, honestly, I need to try to make more money than I do. I did therapy all the way through high school. I had therapy. You know, like, therapy's never done anything for me. Like, I don't need a place to vent. Like, how's therapy going to make me make more money? Like, honestly, like.
Well, that's telling. I don't think I've ever heard that part. Let me bring that back. I have never heard that.
And not a scam. How's my taxes doing now? Shit, as always. Like, I don't make, like, honestly, I need to try to make more money than I do. I did therapy all the way through high school. I had therapy. You know, like, therapy's never done anything for me. Like, I don't need a place to vent. Like, how's therapy going to make me make more money? Like, on
Wings 007, give me some context to what you're trying to say. Why won't Tevin talk? Talk to who? And talk about what? Monetize the therapy. Wings would do that. DSP would probably convince people to pay for the therapy. I mean, there's enough material out there where Tevin's done enough material out there that there's no real need for him to do so. To be honest, he does restreams and stuff every once in a while too. You can always go over there and ask him a question. He will more than likely answer it. But as of going extensive, you're talking about someone who went at that for years doing this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of material out there that Tevin's done. If you want to know something, you have to dig for it. But it can be found. You know what I'm saying? And as someone mentioned, he kind of has grown past this, to be honest. And truth be told, this is just my opinion, of course. If DSP didn't get Tevin deplatformed off Twitch, who knows? The whole YouTube era of restreaming probably wouldn't be where it's at. I've never talked to Tevin either. I'm sure there's very few people that have talked to Tevin. The man values his privacy. I can understand that. But if you want to know Tevin's opinion on anything, you can still find it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's still out there. And then, like I said, he is on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, he does restream every once in a while, too. If you have a question, you can ask him. He'll more than likely answer it. There's a lot of people standoffish. And that, and truth be told, after that situation with SOK, I'd be standoff as fuck, too. To be honest. Like I don't know how much you know about that situation, 007, but that SOK shit was scummy. That shit was dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it says cutthroat. It could probably be far more cutthroat now, but it was pretty cutthroat back in the day with people. I wouldn't say that he was friends with, but people that he thought he had a rapport with. You know what I'm saying? That was an ugly situation how that played out, and you're gonna feel a certain type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody's tried to cut your throat yet, 007, but like if someone has, you kind of you approach people differently at a certain point. And then on top of the nonsense that DSP ain't done. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I get it. I mean, that, in truth be told, like anybody else, he don't owe us nothing. No one owes anybody really anything. So, yeah, the SOK days were wild, man. That was a wild time to be around and whatnot. Especially if, well, for me, I was on the tail end of it. But that was a wild situation to be in. And like I say, when you play hard like that and you're as deep in that as most of these guys were, you know, you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know, or you didn't know, who you were actually cool with and who you weren't. It's an ugly situation, but that's just a byproduct of being a part of the abyss. That's what happens when you're in the fucking vortex. It can, I should say, let me be clear about this. It can get ugly. You know what I'm saying? Allies today can be enemies tomorrow. And that happens in almost any community. That's not even just the vortex. That's anywhere. So I wouldn't look at your perspective as reality. So I would say don't look at it as being standoffish. It's just there's a lot of information. He's put a lot of information out there. If you want it, you can find it. If he doesn't have anything to say at the present moment, then, you know, can't blame him. Yeah, exactly. You look into the vortex long enough, it'll look back at you. It'll look back at you. And some people have blinked, and the ones who have are the ones who've taken it the hardest.
You know what I want? I want to feel successful. I want to feel like people appreciate what I do.
I'm not saying that most people aren't cool with each other. I'm not saying that at all. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are cool with each other. I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to be cool with each other. That don't mean problems don't come up. That don't mean disagreements don't happen. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? I remember two very popular detractors at one time both had a problem with Superhound, and they were trying to figure out how they were going to get that shit squared up. Like, how to approach it or whatever. And that turned into a mess in itself. And that was over just a minor disagreement. Neither one of those guys had a problem with each other on any type of level like that. It was about a situation that was stressing people the fuck out. And there was two different factions who had two different ways that they wanted to deal with it, or how to approach it. And then look at the fucking shit that turned into. If you want to say that, oh, it's not that deep, whatever. I'm not trying to jump on you, by the way. I'm just saying. So if I'm trying not to get riled up. Look at the situation that happened with what was the dude's name? Mannix. Look at that. Like, that dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he seemed like a pretty cool dude the couple times I've seen him. I never really spoken to him or anything like that. And then he gets up on Twitter one day and just goes off about the tractor community's trash, except for this person, this person, this person, and the rest of y'all don't have any personality and shit. Who the fuck pissed in your cereal, dude? And then Base Oslo and Lip Jam came in and cleaned that up. But, like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, what caused you to come out there and get into that situation? No one had, like I said, I've only heard, like, what his issue was or whatever the case may be. But even then, I don't remember anybody speaking ill of that guy behind his back like that. Or whatever the case may be. I don't remember any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get into, at the end of the day, we're all still people. You know what I'm saying? And some people handle shit a little bit better than others. Like I said, that Manic situation should have never happened. But then there's a lot of shit that probably never should have happened. And that's just a couple of things. I could tell you more. there's a lot of nonsense that happened for no goddamn reason. And in most situations, it was handled poorly. It was handled very poorly. That's not gatekeeping. That's just me saying, holy shit, for you guys who talk to each other every goddamn day or multiple times a week or whatever, you guys weren't on a better rapport that you guys could have talked that out and not done it necessarily publicly? But, you know, whatever. Like I said, people are people. People are going to handle shit the way they want to do it.
Feel like
to finish that, you're right. It's not that deep. But then when you start getting into people, when you get certain people or some people who speak about community, and then they go off on other people in a certain type of way, right? Because of a personal vendetta or whatever, how does that make the community look based on your actions? Think about that. Think about that. You want to preach this whole unity thing, you want to preach this whole, you know, we're not like the other side of the fence, and whatever. And then based on how you act, it's people are like, well, shit, are you guys really on the same level? Are you guys really on the up and up? Or are some of you just as bad as the people on the other side of the fence? That's some of the things that people need to think about. And that falls almost all the way back to SOK. And even now, SOK isn't a group, it's an idea. The tactics that they used is used in other places and used effectively. That's why when people mention Freddy Boy, at least in other communities I should say, it's like he's the fucking boogeyman. It's not a group, it's an idea. And people need to think about that. I don't know if the Mannix thing was even that deep. It was just, it's unfortunate. And then how it played out afterwards was, you know, paywalling or whatever. It's his content. He can do what he wants with it, but it just seems it's unfortunate.
Something. I got none of that. And some days I have to literally beg to make it. Like right now. Like I still need to make another $40 or $50 to get where I actually need to be. But, you know, the donations have pretty much stopped.
Yeah, doing anything online that gives you some type of notoriety can change you. And it can change your opinion on people, or just your opinion, not just on individual people, but just how you treat people in general. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm no saint, so don't get me, you know, I'm a piece of shit just like everybody else. But, no buts, I'm a piece of shit just like everyone else. It's really easy for some of the shit to get to your fucking head. You getting a bunch of views, a bunch of people that are praising you, you get into these discords and whatever, and whatnot, it's really easy for that shit to happen. And then after a while, you get a demographic of people who want to start being able to control shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you start getting into that. And that's kind of where the thing is with Freddy. Freddy had a stranglehold on everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't part of SOK, you were at least affiliated in some type of way. And all that shit was control. And people had to have known that back in the day, but you let shit slide because, you know, hey, no one's really going after anybody. And then the moment someone speak up and say something you don't like, everybody went ahead and even before he put the dog out, before he put the call out for it, they were already on him. It was already put out. The next thing you know, everybody's on eggshells and shit. And then, even then, actually, matter of fact, fucking A, I don't need to be doing a thing on this right now. I will say this. When Fred fell, when Freddy Boy fell, everybody was like, I have so much to say about the situation. I have this, that, and the third, whatever, whatever. The moment he confirmed, Freddy Boy confirmed that he was done and he was out, and after certain people said they a little bit of peace, we didn't hear nothing else. I remember one person saying that, hey, I got all this shit this dirty shit that we did that didn't come out public. I think he said I'll send it to Medicare, and he can do it what he will. And maybe he did send it. Maybe Medicare decided not to go through it. My theory is that Medicare had an idea of what was already going on, so that's why he never spoke on it. And then all that shit just faded away. All that shit faded away. So which is the reason why SOK's name still rings a bell even to this day, because we don't even know all the dirty shit that really happened or all the shit that went down. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have no fucking clue of all the shit that went down unless you were there, unless you were in the thick of it. Other than that, there is no fucking clue of what was really going on and what wasn't. You have no idea who was on the hit list. You have no clue of any of that. And if you're Fred, he should have promoted someone else to be like the face of SOK or whatever, and then he could have done his little CIA dirt behind the scenes. You can't be both. You can't be president and the head of the CIA. You can't do both. You got to pick one or the other. And after a while, that shit starts to make you fucking paranoid. And that's the real problem with power, online or offline. That shit will make you paranoid.
Yeah, like right. It's like right there. Like you called it e-beggar.
Now keep in mind, George Bush Sr. lied about all that nonsense and said there was another George Bush, which is fucking hilarious in itself. You make a fair point. You make a fair point. You've begged to differ. But here's the point, though. Well, that actually helps reinforce my point. This was just over some internet shit. This was over some casual internet shit. So how did we go from that to white page doxing people, recording people crying, and all this other extra shit? How did it turn into all of that?
I don't appreciate the effort I put into this, Felix. Like, I want to do so much more. You be a good truck driver, not going to lie. I don't want to drive a truck. You're a success means you've been in this YouTube game for 13 years. A lot of people don't last a month. 16 years.
Robert, that's a fantastic point. Like, J. Edgar Hoover, though, I mean, in a lot of ways, he had dirt on everybody. But not only that, but the FBI is completely and utterly self-sufficient. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the money that they don't use each and every year that's given to them, they have that shit invested in other shit that makes them money. So, literally, like, the FBI could go on for decades without any type of government funding. Supposedly, the CIA can, too. And it takes a really powerful and a really smart person to do that. But every kingdom crumbles eventually. You know what I'm saying? J. Edgar Hoover had his reign, and then that was that. Then he died, essentially. But the amount of dirt and everything that was on him, if any of that shit have gotten out, except for the alleged chicken hawk shit he was doing, if any of that shit had actually gotten out, I mean, you know what I'm saying? How many people are you willing to kill to keep your secrets? You know what I'm saying? And that's how some of this online drama shit goes about. In some of these other communities, they damn near be ready to want to kill each other over stupid shit. Over stupid shit. And you fall into some crap that you don't even... It's not that serious. That's the point that I'm kind of trying to make. It's unfortunate that a lot of this shit happens. It's unfortunate that a lot of this shit can't be talked out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that serious. That shit is not impacting any of your lives in any type of real way. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't be wrong. I heard about the undercover dent thing or whatever that nonsense was. But, you know what I'm saying? Even then, she was going to eventually get exposed regardless. Sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Eventually because someone already had their nose in the air about her already. You know what I'm saying? Something about what she was doing wasn't checking out, I guess. So it is what it is. But the point is, it's just some online shit. It's supposed to be for fun. It's supposed to be entertaining. If you can make a buck off of it, by all means, do it. If you're putting out good content, get your money up. Get your money on that. No one should be dictating to you that, hey, you can't make money off this. Says who? Says who? If you want to make something off of it, make it. Make it worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's... You know what I'm saying? But even then, who gives a fuck what I have to say about that shit? Or anybody else? If you can make a little bit of money off the side for this, cool. Don't let that shit get to your head, though. Because there's always someone waiting to take you down. No matter what. That's just how these little internet communities work. It's always been this way. It's always been cutthroat like that. And that's why I said earlier, you know, today's ally is tomorrow's enemy.
I'm on my 16th year. Right. People sit here and
I don't know if Jordy
like,
can do, sorry, I'll get off the subject. I don't know if Jordy could do much of anything at this point. I don't know if Jordy could do much of anything at this point. It is what it is. I don't know if he can do much of anything. And I think he's too scared to admit it. Everybody sees it. Yeah, it's very much a dog-eat-dog type situation. But I don't think he can... I don't know if he can do much of anything. And yet again, a lot of that's his own fault. Because back in those PKA days and whatever, you went off and said all that wild-ass shit. And you thought it wasn't going to come back on you? Like, you really thought that wasn't going to come back on you. And that doesn't matter how successful he got. Let's say he went on that camping trip. Let's say he, and which I, you know, after that, that's when the money really showed up. And let's say he was still with them to this very day. There's always going to be someone that's going to point out some of that despicable shit that he said. It's just a thing. He could get a job, but he'll never get a job. He'll never get a job doing what he's doing, making the type of money that he feels that he needs, that he deserves to make. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he can go out there and get any type of job. The question is, physically, what can he do? He can't stand for long periods of time, to be honest, and that's his own fault, right? Yeah, you could sit his ass down in a chair. Yeah, he could process data or something. Do you see? He's not going to be able to be like a manager at a store or something. That's going to require way too much walking on his part. And then he gets frustrated too easily, which is another major problem. So he can't deal with multiple people. Then he's self-conscious, which is also another problem that he has. And in a social standpoint, people eat that shit up. So let's talk about what he's physically capable of doing first. Then let's talk about what he can mentally withstand second. And then let's talk about if he can actually do that day after day after day as a third. If you have some suggestions, I'm all ears. I'm legitimately all ears. Because there are plenty of online jobs or jobs remotely that he could do. But he won't because he don't like the idea of moving at someone else's pace that isn't his own. DSP is the exact same way. The problem is, when you fuck up doing what you wanted to do, and you have to do what you have to do, you don't have a choice on what you want to do at that point. It's about what you need to do. And that's what these idiots haven't figured out. So yet again, I'm open to this. I'm open to any discussion on that. So don't be wrong. I'm not about the argument that he can't get a job. The question is, can he stick with it? Does he have the physical and mental dexterity to do so? That's different. Well, it's not different. Wings going for a guaranteed bag with a quick payoff at the end, however quick it is completely different than getting up and going to work each and every day. That's a completely different situation. You're talking about decent money in the short term compared to steady money in the long term. And then Wings would always try to figure out a way to walk his ass back to doing this shit because he's like, oh, well, I'll make more money doing this than I will, dealing with customers or whatever the case may be. This guy supposedly loves cars and everything, but if you really put him in front of an engine and put a couple tools in his hand, I don't think he's going to be as proficient as he says he is. I just don't think he has it in him. You can love something to death. That doesn't necessarily mean you're actually built to do it. But yes, he could work from home easy. Well, we already saw him, what he did with fucking DoorDash, marking off those stationary people because they don't tip. So that's already a problem in itself. And I'm wondering how much of the food that they were actually bringing home that actually delivering because orders got canceled or whatever the case may be. So don't get me wrong. I'm not against the argument that that Wings can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? Certainly. The point is he gonna stick with it? Anybody can get up and get a job. How many people are willing to stick with it though? And Wings is one of these people who will settle for the bare fucking minimum so he doesn't have to do any more than he needs to. It's not like this idiot is doing WWE polls or any shit like that, where he needs a large influx of money or whatever. In some ways, he's willing to go without for a little while. Just so he does, you know what I'm saying? Just so he does it. No, don't get me wrong, man. Like I said, I'm not discounting your point. Because like I said, I feel where you're coming from. You're absolutely right. The dude is capable of getting a job. Can he keep it? Is he mentally strong enough to keep it? And what can he really do physically now? Like I said, this dude's not gonna fucking... you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine him being outside of, I don't know, whatever grocery store? You know what I'm saying? Grabbing carts and shit? Do you see him ringing up customers? I don't even see him stocking shelves. Which it should be easy. And I don't even see him being able to do that. And if he does, he won't do it long. And yes, he still could get a job and still stream.
I was happy with boxing, that I was happy because I was working out in the boxing. You think I want to sit there punch a fucking punching bag until my arm has like a sore on it? I did that shit because I didn't want to get embarrassed by a 50-year-old man. Right? What made me happy was I felt relevant. I felt like people appreciated me. I felt like I was entertaining again, and that I could be entertaining again. That's what made people happy. I remember when I first got into YouTube, I made 3 videos a day, not for money, because I didn't make money when I first got YouTube, but because people were interested.
Why did you start making YouTube videos? Why did you get into it?
Money.
Money. So you came into this as a money-making thing?
I got laid off in October of last year. Basically, I did a little bit of job hunting, and I realized the only place hiring to make any kind of...
DSP get, didn't DSP get laid off in, like, October? Like, late October? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up now. That's an interesting parallel that I never thought about.
Some money was Walmart. I can't do that. I had unemployment coming to me. I had about a year's worth. So I'm gonna try to get some gaming on there and try to make side money. And I was using more of it as an excuse not to do anything.
People to ask questions, and people were invested in the content that I made. And you know, I don't got that no more. Like, honestly, like if I put out content I wanted to put out, like, say, like, I've always wanted to do another New Vegas run through, like a complete another New Vegas, since I deleted my old one, and I've always felt like I needed a New Vegas playthrough on my channel. If I put a New Vegas playthrough out right now, the comments would be like, "What do you think about the new Liquid Richard?" You know, or there'll be people trying to pretend that I'm some kind of like pedo or some shit like that, or I'm this terrible, no good, very bad person, or, you know, people want to talk about like I'm a failure, like, oh, look how low the view content is, or like how low your viewers are. That's all it'll be, and I'll read like 2 pages of it. I'll read 2 pages of that shit and never make the second video.
Yeah, he never really does. He never really tries to. He never tries to explain away the whole pedo charges, which leads me to think, what was the name of that guy? It was Aaron, I think his name was. I need to go over that. I don't think everything he said was a lie or was off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all of it was on the up and up, but I don't think everything he said was a lie either. It's just a matter of going through it and figuring out what's what. But I don't think everything that guy said was just for, I don't know, whatever excuse Wings made him blabber out or whatever. There was probably something to what that guy was saying. It may not all be legit though.
I start like I've pointed out before. Like I have a complete Let's Play. I did complete Let's Play. Completely done. Commentated, edited, the whole nine. I just need thumbnails made for it. Am I putting it out? No. Again, new day, I guess. I don't know why I tell you guys that. New streaming day. New strap on gold for Bubba. I don't know why, but his hand reminds me of like the tongues from like you guys ever see the movie Tremors? They have like the little snake tongues that come out the big worm's mouth. His hand looks like that. For some reason I can't get this thing to put in the Windows Media Player. It's your boy Wings of Redemption here. And I know I've kind of beat this bush to death streaming, but I feel like I need to do a complete Let's Play of Dead Space Remake. And we're going to do this on the impossible difficulty. I kind of debated where I should do this play. But it's there. It is there. Delete the Let's Play. Why delete it? Why keep it? I can watch it. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe uploading it in October, but I don't know. I mean, I can see the response to it. All that is a more polished version of what's already on my channel. Because like I already got a thing on my channel. God, I'm miserable by the look. But I did a complete Let's Play of Impossible. What that is.
And I appreciate you coming by the stream, man. So I'm glad you caught it. Why even bother doing? Why bother even recording and voicing over and everything for this Let's Play if you're not going to put it out there? And I assume it's over the fear of criticism, but then why even do it? Like, what's the point? Like, you've already gone through like 90% of the trouble, so you might as well just go ahead and finish it off. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Like, what's the point?
Is a much more polished version of this run. It's not this run itself. Like I've redone everything, commentary. I broke down every engagement, how to get through every engagement with as little effort as humanly possible for somebody that...
Okay, pay someone to do thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay someone to do it. Or if nothing else, like, truth be told, who has some fire-ass thumbnails? Well, actually, a lot of people do. In the Wings community, I'd go to Lummox and ask that dude to make me thumbnails. I would absolutely do that shit. Lummox has some fire-ass thumbnails. I'd have him do it. And it's not like Jordy don't have no shame, so he might as well. That's what I would. If I was Jordy, that's what I would do. I'd go to Lummox and be like, "Yo, I have a 12-part series for Dead Space. Would you mind making me a couple of thumbnails?" Fucking A. That's what I would do.
The Impossible trophy. That's what I did it for. Here's the thing with manually approving comments, 672. Manually approving comments means I have to read every comment. And reading the comments is what makes me have like reactions like the front part of this stream. Where it's like, it gives you the situation where you're just viciously unhappy. Because if you read enough of this shit, it just makes you sad. Yeah, but it affects me. Okay. Turning off comments defeats the point of making the video. Like, you make the video to have interaction. Making the video and not reading the comments, what's the point? Other than just, I guess the point would just be in case one person actually likes it. Dude, I got some of the thickest skin on the fucking planet. Like, I have crippling depression at times. Feel sorry for yourself, just post the Let's Plays. The only bad things come, it's all in your head. Dude. To say I don't have thick skin, like, how many people have dealt with what I've had to deal with and lasted less than a day? They deleted their whole shit.
Didn't this son of a bitch delete the majority of his shit on his fucking page? Plus or minus or shit? Whatever. Big ups to Breaking Banquet. Holy shit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Last video on the docket. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. And, I'm gonna go with Snort Burnell. And I got some vintage shit for you. I got some finely aged pork for you. Alright, so. Let's see here. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the man, the myth, the legend. I'm gonna save that video for later. Alright. One of the true greats, Snort Burnell. Let's see, DsPgaming suspended a lot of whining and begging in the return to the infamous channel. This is from June 7th of 2018. The link will be down in the description. You're going to find that it's not going to be too different and whatnot. Oh, you like that font? Yeah, I found that one actually by accident, to be honest. And then I just got the color grading on it. See, it's pretty nice. DSP would call it bloated, but if your wife was bloated, you'd probably use that word a lot too. Alright guys, here we go.
This is how to play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
By the way, I should say this. I appreciate, if you guys do contribute here on Twitch, if you cheer, sub, and tip while I'm doing this video.
It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out quality.
Some of you might see the devilish genius that I have with some of this. A lot of the nonsense that DSP says now, he said back in the day. And right now he's having his issues with Asmongold. And he's trying to flip it like, oh, I didn't mean it that way and yada, 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 yada. But then when he got called out on shit like this, like, hey, why are you talking shit about some of your peers or whatever the case may be? Oh, I didn't mean it that way. That's not exactly what I said. Or that's not what I meant. You're twisting my words to make it sound that way. Nonsense like that. You'll like it. Yeah, an absolute pattern of fucking behavior.
It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or quality stream. It's about making this. I mean, it's rare when I have to come out and say, guys, we really need tons of money today. When do I say that, right? Very rarely. I mean, like I said, the one time was the end of last year when a tax situation came up out of nowhere. I don't feel that I'm in a situation where I do those kind of things. Sadly, there are people out there who exploit, and they find ways to exploit constantly. Today is June 6, 2018. I have horrible news. And, I cried. It was real emotional. It was very, very emotional. Now my throat is starting to close up. Wow, that's one of the very few times I've ever actually gotten really genuinely emotional. YouTube's now gone. I got the chair.
I have news that may be some of the worst news I've ever brought you in regard to myself as a content creator on the internet. This is not good. Basically, some really horrible stuff is going on right now behind the scenes with YouTube. I really don't have full clarity on what's happening, but what I can do is tell you guys exactly what I learned this morning. Do you want to play the fucking game? In regards to my YouTube channel, DsPgaming. Today I saw a message I've never seen before.
When you don't know how your taxes work, that's how the tax situation comes out of nowhere. That's exactly what this is. When is this DSP video? This is from June 7th of 2018.
Forever, in the entirety of the time I've used YouTube. 10 years I've used YouTube.
I have the link. I have the link to everything down in the description too.
Laziness.
I've never seen this message before. It's a big red block and it says, all of your content is hidden. Click here to enable content or click here to learn more. Hidden. Okay, what does that mean? I look below at my channel, my video manager, all the videos that I've uploaded yesterday. They're all there. They're all enabled for advertisements. There's nothing that it says copyright, nothing. But they're all set to private. And there's no edit button on the video, okay, in order to change that. So I'm like, what the hell could be going on? I've never seen anything like this before, right? So I'm trying to figure this out. So first of all, there's two options. It says either enable content, right, enable them, or learn more. I click on enable, and it brings me to an error page where a big error message pops up. Your channel needs to be linked to a valid name in order to progress. Do that first, then try again. What? What does that mean? I don't know. Never seen anything like this before. So I close that out. Apparently that's not going to work, right? So I click on learn more, okay? Learn more takes me to this page.
I don't want to ruin it for you yet, Robert. I don't want to ruin it for you. I want you'll see. It
says, so your content has been disabled. This is one of the Google help pages, okay? That's supposed to explain what happened. And it says, you know, content can be hidden or disabled for various reasons. It could be because your channel was banned. It could be because your channel was suspended. It could be because you chose to suspend the content. You know, basically it lists like a bunch of reasons. But it even says right there, if your channel had any issues, you'll receive notification, which I didn't. I got nothing. Okay, 0. So it says there's a button here and it says, click this button to create like a new page or a new channel name or whatever to link your channel to, and then all your content will become visible again. I click on that link. It gives me the same error message. You need to link to a valid name in order to continue. Do that first and then come back. So I'm dead in the water, alright? So now, I say, alright, let me try to figure this stuff out. Alright, let me look at my channel standing, because there's actually something that says channel in your settings on YouTube. If you click on it, it should tell you, oh, are you in good community standing? Are you in good copyright standing? Do you have the ability to upload videos? Yada, yada, yada. I click on it, page 500, internal server error. What?
Unbelievable.
Okay, this is weird. So I try to go to YouTube settings. Page 500, internal server error.
Literally salting the pig. Literally seasoning the meat.
Okay, so I go up. If you're actually logged into a YouTube page, you got to go to the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and there's a drop-down with your Google login information. Okay, so I go to my Google login information. I click on, you know, settings. 500, internal server error. What the fuck? What does that mean? You know, now I'm like, what does that, you know, this is wild and insane. What is going on?
I love karma.
I can't even access any pages that should tell me what the hell is happening in this regard. Alright, so immediately I put up a tweet on Twitter. I have no idea what's going on. I tweet Team YouTube, which is their Twitter support team. Please help, I don't know what the hell's going on. Alright, in the meantime, YouTube has an email address, which they provide to people who have 100,000 subscribers or more. And
yeah,
I have that email.
You know, didn't he always say that, oh, you know, I have a partner, this, that, and the third, I have a problem, I can reach out to them, but you jumped on Twitter first?
Email address. I emailed them immediately, not knowing if they're going to respond or not, saying, here's the situation, what do I do? And then I emailed Curse. I actually sent an email to Curse, my network, my partner network on YouTube, to let them know what's going on and saying, hey, if there's any way you guys can help behind the scenes, please let me know, because I have no idea what's happening right now. I'm in the dark. I received no messages from YouTube or anything. I have no idea what's going on or how to fix this. Okay? So, this is what's going on right now. Okay? So I'm in the dark. I'm completely stumped. I don't know what to do. Just kind of sitting around, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to stream on Twitch today and have to see what happens, right? Because I can't control this. I don't know what's happening, you know? And this sucks. Again, I'm very, very, very worried. All right? Because
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
YouTube is significant income for me. It would be one thing if my YouTube channel were just, oh, I just do it for fun. At this point, Twitch has overtaken what I do on YouTube, and I don't make any money on YouTube. YouTube is a significant, big chunk of my income. Like, no lie, make no bones about it. What I do on YouTube still...
Okay, so let me kind of let the cat out of the bag just a little bit. DSP said yesterday, or the day before, that, oh, someone was asking him about going to Kick, I think. And he's like, why would I want to try to move my content and my audience from one place to another? I tried to do that when I was on Twitch, and YouTube just completely fell apart because no one found it to be important. But he's telling you here that he purposely put an emphasis on Twitch so he could bank as much money as he could. He said multiple times that YouTube isn't, you know, a priority so much as it pertains to my income. I still need that ad revenue, but Twitch is where it is. I need you guys to, you know, gift memberships or gift subs. I need you guys to, you know, donate bits. I need you guys to tip. I need you guys to do all of that on Twitch because this is where I'm at. This is primarily where the content is. And this is where, you know, you guys can support me on a regular basis. Because back in those days, I need tips. If you guys do not tip me, I won't be able to afford the new games. You know what I'm saying? That's how my business is structured. Anything that I get in tips helps go back into the quote-unquote business, as he once said. So, you know, there's a reason why I'm propagating this.
Pays the bills. Without that income, I can't pay my bills. And I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like...
In the same pattern, right? Because Robert is going to get it. Just like how Patreon back in the day used to be incredibly important, and he needed his $1,200 or $1,250 or whatever it was, because that really helps towards the bills. That really helps get me what I need, get him what he needs for his streams and whatever the case may be. It's just like ongoing cycle.
Clue what I'm gonna do. All right. So I'm, you know, worried. Okay. Now that's not where it ended. I was actually about to start streaming on Twitch, and I got a response from Team YouTube over on Twitter, and they said,
"Fuck you, you fucking greedy piece of shit. Go fuck yourself."
Phil, here's a link. Click on this. This will bring you to our support page where you can either email or do a chat or whatever. And I responded to them and said, well, I already sent an email. Maybe that's all I can do. But when I clicked on it, it also said there's a new live chat option. I had no idea that they have live chat support on YouTube. I figured it wasn't anyone who, like, was local, and I was right. Because I just tell you, as soon as I started talking to the person, they weren't typing in proper grammar. So, it probably outsourced. So, it's probably someone sitting at a call center. But maybe they do have access to information or whatever. Who knows, right? At least there's something. At least there's something
Now,
that I can talk to.
Chat, I don't mean to be an asshole, but I'm going to be an asshole. Didn't DSP say some sketchy shit the other day about how there was somebody who was Asian in nationality, but they had a British accent, and he didn't understand what the situation was with that? Like, what is she trying to do, or how does this make sense? Did I make that up, chat, or is there a video out there on that? Or it's on Twitter. Maybe someone clipped it. But, like, does anybody remember know what I'm talking about? It was a clip from either a reaction channel or maybe a game or something he was playing, and he came up out of his face and said some dumb shit. I don't know why he thought that was going to be funny, nor did it make sense, but I'll try to find that clip. But just going to show, though, that, I'm not that type of person anymore. You know, I'm more mature now. I want to get away from that type of stuff, and whatever the case may be. And yet, we always revert back to what we want, or to who we are, given enough time. Wings proves that, to be honest. Womp womp. I said that hatred for Asian people. I understand they beat your ass at Evo a couple times, but goddamn, let it go.
For human immediately and get some kind of information. Maybe they can help me. Okay. So I get into a live chat with a person. I explain the situation. They say, all right, we're looking into it. 10 minutes pass. 15 minutes pass. Finally, they come back. And they say, Phil, all right, we've got an update for you. Here's what's going on. Okay? We believe that your Google Plus account has been suspended. My Google Plus account.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spamgate. Oh, yes. Spamgate. Oh, shit!
I don't use Google Plus. Okay, guys. So, let's talk. Years ago, I believe it was around 2013, 2014. It might have even been 2015, but I think it was around 2014-ish. Okay? YouTube forced everyone who was going to continue to use their website to have a Google Plus account. Yeah, I'm a gamer! So I said, my Google Plus account has been suspended. And I said, but Google Plus is separate from my YouTube channel, right? And the person said, yes, but you're right, your YouTube channel is linked to this Google Plus account. And therefore, since the Google Plus account got suspended, essentially it has suspended your YouTube channel too because of the link between the two. Okay, well that's great, but why is my channel, not my channel, why is my Google Plus account suspended? This doesn't even make sense to me. I don't, I got no notice or anything. Well, let me look into that. Looked into it, came back about 5 minutes later.
Well, the system is coming up and saying it was suspended for spam.
Spam? Now wait a minute. All that I upload to my YouTube channel, DsPgaming, is gameplay videos. And they're ongoing, unique videos of an ongoing series of a video game, right? So it's not spam. It's actually 10 years I've been doing this style of video for the internet. There's no problem. Again, YouTube had no problem with the video. It wasn't that YouTube said, oh, you violated our guidelines or whatever. Somehow Google Plus, behind the scenes of everything that was linked to my YouTube channel, decided, oh, this is spam, and shut down the Google Plus account. And because the Google Plus account got shut down or suspended, it froze all the content on DsPgaming. It's still there, but it's all hidden automatically. So in reality, okay, in reality, my DsPgaming channel has done nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with DsPgaming whatsoever. As a channel, it's in good standing with YouTube. The problem is, it was linked to a Google Plus account that something, probably a bot, right, a new algorithm from YouTube, was running and determined that because my Google Plus account is linked to my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel puts out, what, 20, 30 posts a day with a new video, that apparently that's considered spam via Google Plus standards, and apparently shut down my YouTube channel as well as my Google Plus account. What?
Smoke weed every day.
Now again, gotta emphasize here, 10 years I've been doing this for a living.
A 10-year legacy.
8 years DsPgaming has been in existence. Since whenever they instituted the Google Plus link, okay, I've been uploading the same amount of videos on a daily basis, and it took until 2018 for somehow this account to be flagged as spam and be suspended. Huh? So literally, there's no trial, there's no jury, there's not even a system by which, oh, you did several violations, just, it's been automatically detected as spam, therefore you're shut down. Wow. Isn't that exciting? And isn't that a great effective system, right? DsPgaming, because it has such a wide history of having, 8 years of videos, every day, yes, I do bring in views on my new videos, but that's paired with the old legacy videos that get thousands of views a day. So, the reason that DsPgaming is successful and still makes me money is because it's an 8-year legacy, alright? If this were just a channel where I was uploading new videos every day, the videos I was uploading would not make me significant income at all. It's a combination of the new video content plus all the archived video content that constantly brings me in revenue, alright? So,
okay, I had to step out for a minute, so I'm stepping back in. Big ups Polish. Damn, Hate Army, I actually don't have anything. You can send it to me at the moment. Yikes. Let me think on that for another minute or two. Damn, I didn't even think about that. I could just have you send it to me on Discord. Let me think on that. But thank you for finding those. Okay, so we're in full swing of Spamgate, and let me bring this back a little bit.
DsPgaming, because it has such a wide history of having, 8 years of videos, every day, yes, I do bring in views on my new videos, but that's paired with the old legacy videos that get thousands of views a day. So,
Alright, so let me put this in context real fast. For those of you who remember, when he got kicked off of Machinima and begged his audience to find him a new MCN, he ended up jumping on Curse. Does anybody... most people should remember this. But, not all of his videos, his legacy videos, if you will, or content, was protected. Right? So most of that shit just kind of fell by the wayside. They may have still gotten views, but they couldn't be monetized for various reasons. So even right here... that's a great screenshot, by the way. It's just kind of blurry. But even right here, he's not keeping it on the up and up. Excuse me. Because Curse couldn't protect his entire catalog. So he was actually making far less money off of his catalog. Even with the 90-10 split, which I think is what Curse was giving him. He was making far less money because he had less content that could be protected and monetized. So keep that in mind.
Reason that DsPgaming is successful and still makes me money is because it's an 8-year legacy, alright? If this were just a channel where I was uploading new videos every day, the videos I was uploading would not make me significant income at all. It's a combination of the new video content plus all the archived video content that constantly...
actually, Hate Army, yeah, if you could shoot that to me on Twitter, I would appreciate it. And I think I can get into... I'm not sure if I can get into my old account. I think I can get into my GTG Live account, though. Yeah, if you could send that to me on Twitter, that'd be fucking fantastic. Appreciate it.
In revenue. Alright? So, DsPgaming now being suspended because it's linked to a suspended Google Plus account. Number one, this is big money I'm losing. Like, no lie, guys, today, right now, I'm losing big money.
The money is mine, and I want the money. We need more money. We need more money. That's what this stream is about.
And this isn't good because, you know...
I need that money to pay my bills. It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
I'm in a situation now where I'm finally getting out of a tax situation with my state here. I'm finally going to be out of that, but now I've got taxes. I got to pay the federal government, and I got to pay my bills. If I don't pay my bills, I'm screwed. I could go into bankruptcy here. And in reality, I mean, this is real talk. If I can't get DsPgaming back, I think I might have to declare bankruptcy. I don't know what else to do. Unless my Twitch channel can somehow explode exponentially, and people coming to my Twitch channel start being so supportive to make up for the total amount of lost ad revenue on DsPgaming on his journey. You know, I wish that my life could be stripped of all responsibility, and I could be teleported to a fantasy world where I could just do whatever I want. I don't know what I'm gonna do, okay?
Now, let me also disclose that after the fuckery that came off of the last stream, where he said everything was crowdfunded and yada, 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 yada. As some of you know, I felt a certain type of way about that. So that's also another reason why I've chosen this video, too. Just to put things into context.
Not good. This is really horrible, really bad. Now, some people have said, well, Phil, why don't you just go to another channel, another YouTube channel?
Laziness.
You know, you have your vlogging channel, and you have another channel, KO Gaming, which you stopped using, a year ago. And you have other channels you can upload content to. That's true. But I'm telling you guys, the reason that DsPgaming is profitable for me is because it has 8 years of videos sitting on it. Every day, yes, people watch the new content, but they also are watching the archives of stuff, and that's bringing in tons of views. All the archives of people going back and watching the old playthroughs brings in tons of views and money for me. Alright? That's why the channel works. Not because, I'm just uploading new videos. It's because there's an 8-year legacy here attached to DsPgaming. Alright? So that being said, I'm very nervous because what happened...
Exactly, Sharp. If you think about it, if you really go back and think about it, he's been hovering or holding over the threat of bankruptcy for far longer than most people remember, and he's been thinking about doing it for a ridiculous amount of time before he actually ended up doing it. That's the wild part. So he essentially telegraphed or foretold him doing it long before he actually decided to. It was always looked at as a way of trying to get out. But his real get out of jail or get out of debt free card, if you will, is speaking of which, did anybody know that that Scopy or the people who make WWE champions, they're actually, they might be sold soon, or there's like some type of transaction that's talking about in the works where that company and a couple others might actually get sold off to another I don't know, whoever else wants to own it, or whatever the case may be. I don't know how that's going to affect the game, if it actually will, but if it does, that'll be a funny thing to think about. That will definitely be a funny thing to think about. But anyway, his actual get out of debt free card though is when his parents pass away, his inheritance, or however much is left. That's what he thinks. That's the real payday. That's the real payday. So we'll see.
If I can't get my Google Plus account unsuspended, then what happens with DsPgaming? Is there even a way to link DsPgaming to a new Google Plus account if I make a new one completely? I have no idea. Right now, any button that I click in the YouTube channel that you would be able to have that ability or even have anything with settings or whatever gives me a 500-page internal error. So I have no ability to do this. So anyway, I found out all about this, okay? Found out all about this. And I said, alright, let us keep talking. I'm still in the chat with the YouTube rep. All this shit is running through my head. I'm still in the chat with the YouTube rep. And I say, how is it possible that my YouTube channel that's been running for 7 or 8 years has just been shut down, for spam, because it's linked to a Google Plus account with spam, suspension or whatever? How is this possible? I didn't change anything. I'm within your criteria. And the person responded and said, I don't have any information. The only thing you can do is fill out this form. And she gave me a link. So I click on the link. The link is for suspended or deleted YouTube accounts. And I'm like, but this isn't what happened. It's my Google Plus account that's suspended. If I go into my YouTube account, I can see it's still there. It's not.
Actually, that's a fair point, Proper. If it is a publicly traded account, it may be a good idea to invest, to be honest with you. Because like I said, DSP isn't the only whale out there. So, there is that. But at the same time, too, if a new game comes out, what do you think the probability is of him being willing to start up a whole nother account and then start over? Like, that's the real question. That's the real question. How long will that take? If he's even willing to do it.
Suspended or deleted or anything. And I said that to her. I said, are you sure this is the right form? She said, yes, that's the right form. Fill it out. I said, okay. So I filled out the form with all the information. I had the explanation paragraph.
Talking to another bot. Are you referring to that one time where DSP was speaking to a bot on Twitter? And this person was, like, the bot was going back and forth with him, and he thought he was actually having a real conversation with somebody? Because I kind of remember that. I remember how special he felt about that. I wonder how he would take it if WWE Champions just shut down tomorrow and a new game comes out. Does he have the mental dexterity to be like, okay, let me stop playing? Or is he gonna is he gonna say you guys owe me some type of credit or something? Or I deserve 1,000 free pulls on whatever the new game is, or whatever the case may be. I feel like he wouldn't just be able to walk away. I just honestly feel like he's not strong enough a person just to walk away. I mean, shit, if you think about it, if he could convince them to give him a name change twice, if I remember correctly, why wouldn't I believe that he would be like, hey, I deserve some credit for this new game? You know what I'm saying? It would be funny to see it. Restitution. Never gonna get that.
And I submitted it. And I said, all right.
He's gonna be like, no, he's like, I want restitution and I want reparations. You enslaved me with this game, and I want everything that comes back to me and some. That'd be funny.
Yeah. She said, the next step is for you to wait a few days. I said, so wait a minute. So there's no one else I could talk to. I can't appeal this to any human. There's no one you can put me in contact with to go to a next step for in a process. This is it. She said, that's it. You're done. That's all you can do. So now you gotta wait. And she says, a few days. Now today's Wednesday, right? By the way, YouTube usually don't work on the weekends. So more than likely, I'm not gonna be hearing back from YouTube on this issue till next week.
I love the red meat. Alright.
Yeah, that's really bad, guys. That's really bad, because that means a human may not even look at this form that I submitted until next week, and then take time to gee, what happened here with the spam? Is it spam or not? Hypothetically, let me let you think what I think happened, okay? What happened is when Google Plus was forced to be linked with a YouTube account, alright, this was years ago, there's automatic settings that go into play, alright, for linked accounts. And I believe one of the automatic settings that's set up for Google Plus is, to show new video posts on your Google Plus page. Now, I don't use my Google Plus page. I know nothing about my Google Plus page. I don't access it. I don't use it. I know nothing about it. I don't want to have a Google Plus page. I never wanted one. I do everything I do on a daily basis. I do for my YouTube channel, DsPgaming. I don't do anything from Google Plus. It's just a stupid integration that they forced, okay? This social media page or whatever. What I actually think happened, alright, in reality, what I think happened is there's some algorithm behind the scenes of YouTube that looks for spam, and for whatever reason they turned on this algorithm on Google Plus recently, a new one probably, knowing YouTube, or knowing Google, I should say, because it wasn't necessarily YouTube staff who did this, it was probably Google staff. They turned on another algorithm, and I guess...
Yeah, Devo, he would just bitch, he would just get free credit like he did with Amazon. That's weird. I can see you right here, Debo, but I can't see you here. They didn't really time that comment out over the word bitched, right? God damn. My bad, Debo. I didn't do it, but I'm gonna say my bad either which way. That's a dumb thing for them to hit you for just bitched. It literally means nothing. Oh my Christ.
What's happening is probably on my Google Plus page, you're seeing 30 posts a day, alright? In a lot of cases with similar names. Like, for example, when I'm uploading H1Z1 gameplay, I'm not titling every video because it's all the same. It's me doing Battle Royale style gameplay where I'm running around and shooting people. So it's like H1Z1 from June 5th, 2018, Part 1. H1Z1 from June 5th, Part 2. And that's how I title those videos. So maybe the algorithm has a percentage that it looks, and it says, well, if the title is this percentage similar, if the tags are this percentage similar.
Yeah, his parents are definitely the end game. It's the only thing that he has. It's legitimately the only thing that he has. Yeah, Debo, can you, like, I can see your... See, it's weird. Like, I can see your comment. Like, right? I can see it here, but I don't have it on the screen. And I think Susan hit it just for the word bitched. And that's not even a good reason to take it down. I've been called far worse. And it's been up on, and it stayed up on stream for at least a little bit. So that's dumb that they did that. My bad, dude. I didn't even mean to put attention on it. I just feel it's a dumb reason to time out a comment. That's just dumb.
Similar. If the description of the video is this percentage similar, right? Flag it.
My fault. Hold on a second. Yeah, see, you're right there. Here, my bad. Let me play this while I'm figuring this out.
For spam. And maybe it has a percentage calculation by which it judges, oh, this is considered spam and this isn't. So maybe what happened is recently, as you guys know, I've been playing the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, right? That was a lot of videos of gameplay of matches. Now, most of those videos were of 3 fights. It was, 5 to 10 minute chunks of me fighting someone 3 times in the game. But it would be like, okay, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike from May whatever, part 1. And then each video. So maybe what's happened, and this is my guess, it's total speculation on my part, okay? But what I think happened is this algorithm ran against my Google Plus page and found so many similar titles and so many similar tags and descriptions that it viewed it as a spam post. This guy's posting the same thing over and over and over and over on Google Plus. Maybe, like on Facebook, you see annoying people on Facebook who are posting advertisements constantly everywhere, and people hate that shit, right? So maybe they detected my Google Plus account was an advertisement bot, and it shut it down thinking it was doing automated stuff.
Okay, chat, I had a... We're just going to disregard my last comment and whatnot. I appreciate the chat helping me out with that. Big ups, Hate Army. We're just going to act like that didn't happen.
Right? I could definitely see that. I could see that happening. But how asinine is that? That, again, automated process, no human to review the process, alright? And just do it. Just shut down everything. Shut down the Google Plus, which will then in turn shut down the YouTube channel. No actual human touching the process whatsoever. What a joke. Because that is a broken, awful, garbage process that's not effective. And it has now effectively shut down an 8-year running YouTube channel for doing nothing wrong. There's nothing that I've ever done wrong on DsPgaming. I can go to the channel right now, no community strikes, nothing wrong. And I didn't get any notice. That's the other thing. Again, if you go do something wrong on YouTube, you're supposed to get notice of what you did. Nothing. I've literally done nothing wrong, but it seems like some kind of a broken automated process has shut down DsPgaming. Okay?
YouTube has been terrible. Views are down, revenue's down, everything's down. I hate YouTube.
Now, here's what I'm
I kind of miss the days where he used to spaz out like this. You know what I'm saying? Because it used to be entertaining. Not him himself, but the concept, right? The idea of him spazzing out used to be fun back then. So now it's just sad.
Right now, guys. Real talk. This is what I'm afraid of. As you guys know, a lot of stuff on YouTube is automated. Now,
and here's the thing, though, too. When he signed up for the Google Plus account back in the day, he probably could have disabled it. That feature, right? That, hey, do you want your video? Do you want any of your posts, I should say, to be shown here or whatever the case may be? He probably could have disabled it, but he didn't because he's like, oh, well, if people see my videos through Google Plus, then that'll bring me more views too. So he did it on purpose. He legitimately did. He legitimately did it on purpose and got away with it in the exact same way when he was on Twitch and he was breaking the 24-hour embargo, right? Same concept. You knew that you shouldn't have been uploading your videos that soon. They could have waited till the next day, but nope. We needed that as a pretty good thumbnail. But no, you wanted to get your fucking ad revenue right fucking away, and it came back on you. So same concept.
Form in order to try to get this process reversed. But the form I submitted isn't even for Google Plus. The form that I submitted was apparently for a YouTube channel. Okay, which again, I didn't do anything wrong on my YouTube channel. Is this form even going to be effectively the correct form, or is the person who was in chat just not knowing what to do and just sent me a form and said fill this out? I don't know. How long will it take YouTube to review this situation and get back to me and say, okay, now we're gonna tell you what's going on? All right, it could take a day, it could take several days, it could take a long time. All right, it could take, like I said, what if they don't even read it for a week?
That's a week of money that I need to pay my bills, and a week of videos that you guys want to watch on YouTube that I can't put on there. All right? It's not about the money. It's not. I'm not here to take a paycheck.
I don't know what to do, because, you think, okay, short-term solution. What can you do? Short-term solution. What can you do?
Oh, people remember the early days of this? Oh, good times. I mean, it still happens now, especially like at the AEW pay-per-views and whatnot. Actually, a couple of the WWE ones too. You still see somebody out there with the signs and shit. It's pretty fantastic. When the wrestlers are actually like acknowledge it, like slightly, like if they throw a wink at the person or whatever, that shit's fantastic. I can't remember if it was Adam Cole at a recent event saw that shit, and someone had like camera footage of him winking at it because he got what the point was. Anyway, funny stuff nonetheless.
Sure, if I wanted to, I could upload gameplay videos to my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, or to my other channel, KO Gaming, where I used to do game reviews. But like I said, the main reason that this is a big concern for me is because DsPgaming...
Wait. I thought we couldn't upload the KO Gaming because KO Gaming was blacklisted. Huh? I need you to think about this for a minute, chat. He said that KO Gaming was blacklisted, but now we're willing to upload. Now it was a suggestion, not a suggestion. It was an option to do.
Legacy channel that has 8 years of videos. Yes, I do naturally get some viewership based off of the new videos I upload on a daily basis. That is true, but I make a lot of viewership and money off of the old videos, and there's no way I can upload 40,000 videos to any other channel. It's impossible. It can't happen. It would take me, no lie, probably if I sat here for a year, alright, doing no new content for you, only for a year, uploading the old videos from DsPgaming to a new channel, it probably would take that long in order to get them all live again. And by the way, they'd be fresh videos, they would just be hitting YouTube search algorithm, so they wouldn't get any of those views. Like right now, if you go to YouTube and you search for, DsPgaming or Darkside Phil or DSP plays God of War, you'll get my recent God of War playthrough, my old God of War playthrough. If this is a new channel and you type that in, you won't get anything because it's a brand new channel. It doesn't even show in search results, right? The new videos don't show up like that. So I don't even know what to do, what do I do to fix the situation short term? I don't think I can. I don't think there's anything I can do.
Exactly. They don't hit the algorithm now, which is why him running over to King of Hate Vlogs and turning that into DSP Reacts, and he really thought he was going to have like a head start on shit, is hilarious. It is hilarious. And you're absolutely right. Even back in the day, when you put in DsPgaming, Darkside Phil, whatever, you were bound to get a detractor long before you saw DSP. I mean, at this time, he was probably lucky to still be on the front page, or he was in at least mid, like first page, at least mid page. Now, oh, it's sad.
That's gonna fix anything. What I can tell you is this. Alright? What I can tell you guys is this. I'm not giving up, but I gotta find another solution. And whether it's leaving my videos archived here on Twitch so you guys can come watch the archive streams, which is great, but I know for a fact that archive viewership on Twitch is low, and it doesn't make a lot of money. Real talk, I know it doesn't. There are advertisements that run during the archive streams on Twitch. They're not often, and when they do, they don't make a lot of money.
Money. Plugs. Help me. Money.
So you're talking, like, for example, if I was playing Vampire on stream today, which I'm probably going to be doing shortly, and I recorded 15 videos and upload them to YouTube, or if I make one archive video that I just leave here on Twitch, I'm probably making 2 to 3 times, if not more than that, on ad revenue on YouTube than I am on Twitch. Just for that same exact video. Which I know sounds silly, but it's true. Because YouTube is the more profitable place when it comes to ad revenue. Now, Twitch is much better because you have interaction with your stream viewers. There's cheering, subbing, and tipping. There's, all kinds of other stuff that comes into play that makes Twitch a profitable place. And in reality, I make more money on Twitch than I do on YouTube on a monthly basis, but not by much, okay?
See, what he's trying to say is I need all of it. That's what he's trying to say. I need all of it. Right here.
Probably if I sat here for a year, alright, doing no new content for you, only for a year, uploading the old videos from DsPgaming to a new channel, it probably would take that long in order to get them all live again. And by the way, they'd be fresh videos, they would just be hitting YouTube search algorithm, So they wouldn't get any of those views. Like right now, if you go to YouTube and you search for, DsPgaming or Darkside Phil or DSP plays God of War, you'll get my recent God of War playthrough, my old God of War playthrough. If this is a new channel and you type that in, you won't get anything because it's a brand new channel. It doesn't even show in search results, right? The new videos don't show up like that. So I don't even know what to do, what do I do to fix the situation short term? I don't think I can. I don't think there's anything I can do that's going to fix anything. What I can tell you is this. Alright? What I can tell you guys is this. I'm not giving up, but I got to find another solution. And whether it's leaving my videos archived here on
he was
Twitch-
a dirty, greasy little pig even back then, which I kind of know that, but I never really noticed him scratching himself and then carrying something away when you do it. Like, there's... But then again, he was barely bathing back then, too.
So you guys can come watch the archive streams, which is great, but I know for a fact that archive viewership on Twitch is low, and it doesn't make a lot of money. Real talk, I know it doesn't. There are advertisements that run during the archive streams on Twitch. They're not often, and when they do, they don't make a lot of money.
Money, 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 money. Plugs, plugs, plugs. Help me, money, money, money. Money, 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 money.
So you're talking, like, for example, if I was playing Vampire on stream today, which I'm probably going to...
He had to eyeball it. It was probably bigger than what he was expecting. He had to verify it.
Doing shortly, and I recorded 15 videos and upload them to YouTube, or if I make one archive video that I just leave here on Twitch, I'm probably making 2 to 3 times, if not more than that, on ad revenue on YouTube than I am on Twitch. Just for that same exact video. Which I know sounds silly, but it's true. Because YouTube is the more profitable place when it comes to ad revenue. Now, Twitch is much better because you have interaction with your stream viewers. There's cheering, subbing, and tipping. There's, all kinds of other stuff that comes into play that makes Twitch a profitable place. And in reality, I make more money on Twitch than I do on YouTube on a monthly basis, but not by much, okay? So, even if I say, okay, for the next few days, I'm going to keep streaming like I normally do, and I'm going to leave all my streams archived on Twitch for you guys to watch, I don't know if I'm going to make any money off of those archives at all. It could be that people come over here and watch them. I make nothing. There's just no ad revenue to be made by them. I have no idea. Okay? And like I said, if I just upload videos to KO Gaming, for example, number one, KO Gaming was blacklisted by YouTube last year, and every video that I upload to that channel automatically gets demonetized. So not only would the videos not be getting as much attention...
The channel didn't get blacklisted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this has already been, like, discussed to nauseum, but I'm going to still do it. The channel wasn't blacklisted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't blacklisted. Did some of the videos get demonetized? Yes. Did the whole channel get demonetized? No. So keep that in mind. The money wasn't coming in as fast as he wanted it to. The views weren't great. You know what I'm saying? Like they were early on, because he lost all of his momentum after he went on that staycation and shit. And he wasn't willing to put out the type of ranty style shit that people were really gravitating to. And womp womp. Essentially, what happened with Wings of Redemption after the boxing match was what happened to DSP after Homefront Revolution. I remembered it this time. He had a bunch of momentum, didn't play upon it, didn't take advantage of it, and there you go.
New channel, they'd also be demonetized immediately, and I would need to remonetize every video manually, so it would be like a waste of time. I honestly don't know what to do. Okay?
I'm not a whiny baby. I'm a mature adult. And I'm not a children's entertainer.
I honestly don't know what else to do in this regard. I think what I'm going to do in the short term is I'm going to continue to stream here on Twitch, which I need to do. I'm going to rely on you guys to hopefully spread the word on what's going on, so that people who are looking for my YouTube channel and what's happened, Phil's gone, will realize I'm not gone. The channel was suspended because of complete horseshit. Alright? And that it may come back, but in the meantime, you've got to come check out all my stuff on Twitch.
And if you want to see me continue to be successful and keep doing this for a living, you got to support in other ways. Whether it's watching the streams and cheering, subbing, and tipping while I'm here on Twitch, or pledging to my Patreon, or buying something from my Teespring, no matter what it might be, I'm going to need that support right now more than ever. Tips, I needed them pretty badly, and I need your help. I need to raise a lot of money this month. By the way, I really desperately need the money to help with my tax situation. So, hint, hint, save the pig. What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help! I really need your support right now, folks. I'm gonna need your guys' help. I really am. I'm gonna need your support. I need it.
That guy needs to be kicked in the freaking balls. He's an asshole.
Because I don't know what else to do. I'm in a situation where I'm completely stuck. I've done nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
Okay, 0 things wrong. I have evidence because I didn't get word from YouTube or Google that I did anything wrong, right? I should have gotten word if I did something wrong, and I got none. No word whatsoever that I did a damn thing wrong whatsoever. And I'm now at the mercy of some process that supposedly someone's going to be reviewing this form that I filled out for a suspended YouTube channel, when in reality my channel isn't suspended. I've done nothing wrong. It's a Google Plus account linked to it. You know, I don't know what to do. You know, I just don't know what to do.
Doing a 9 to 5 would be easy. If ever there was a time for you guys, you know, to come and be supportive, now is the time. Right now, I'm not feeling too good. I'm feeling really down. I'm feeling dejected. I know I don't show it, but I feel crushed right now. 10 fucking years. I worked my ass off as a content creator. 10 years, right?
I strove to be different. I strove to be someone who was not following all the popular YouTube trends. I tried to be real and honest with you guys on a daily basis. When you watched my gameplay, you felt like you were sitting on a couch next to someone who was playing a game and being honest and real about what they were seeing.
I don't do...
Yeah, the clips hit home. They hit home in a hard way. It makes it very easy to dislike them. And it's not that none of those clips are taken out of context. It really does display who he is and what he is, to say the very least. What would DSP be like if or what would happen to DSP if there was no internet? He'd be working customer service at the ground level. He's the person that you call, or he's the first person you see when you walk in to a particular business. He's probably unwashed. He's probably hung the fuck over, and he probably wants to neck himself, but he can't because he has crippling debt for whatever it is he's trying to chase. I'd say he'd probably be as miserable as he is now, give or take. He might actually try a little more, or he would try to find the easy way out doing something else. Clearly. Like, because he would never be able to make what he's made in IRL. It just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. What's up, Michael? Big ups, chat. But yeah, he would never be able to. He'd never be able to do it.
Advertisement style streams. I'm not a shill for anyone. I pride myself on being independent.
Oh, why would debt stop you from hanging yourself? Because he still has his parents. They'll bail him out. He'll go over there every Sunday, just like how he calls his parents every Sunday. He used to just go over there and eat every Sunday. And he would tell them about his problems, and they would help him work it out. It is what it is. Yeah, man, enjoy the next 3 days off, man. Like I said, everybody needs that 3-day weekend.
I pride myself on being able to voice my opinions, and sometimes, yes, those opinions are quite harsh.
I mean, I've heard people say he'd make a good politician. He would, to be honest. He would never, ever get in the high office. But, you know what I'm saying? I would say, certainly at the state level, he would probably be able to go far for a while. He wouldn't be able... You would never catch him in a drug-type scandal or with prostitutes or nothing. He's not adventurous. So you're not going to ever catch him in that. At worst, you're going to catch him flip-flopping on certain bills or on certain things that he's voted for. And which would keep him out of high office because he's going to make enemies. But he would be used more than people using him. But it'll be the money that he wants, and he'll feel like he'll have some level of prestige. He'll talk shit about obviously other people, but they won't care because they know there'll be no merit to him. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fear somebody under those circumstances. And if he did make it the high office, it's only because someone put him there, and he'll only do what that person asks. And he'll, as long as the money's right, he'll probably do it. Because anything else is just going to be too hard. That's my opinion, though, you know, from a political standpoint.
You know, that's who I've been for 10 years. And for
I don't
10
know if
years,
he's smart enough to launder money at that level, though. Like, do I think he would misappropriate, like, contributions and shit? Do I think he would do that? Probably. I don't know if he's smart enough to launder money, though. I don't know if he's willing to, I don't know if he can do it. I don't know if he can. I can see him probably being in a circle or a cabal of people who were doing it, and he's the fall guy, right? But I don't see him being able to do that himself. I don't think so. He's the person that big companies go to, and they pay him a shitload of money to, hey, go out there on that floor and propel our bill and shit, so, you know, we don't have to pay as much taxes on this or much taxes on that or whatever. That's essentially what he's going to do. He's not going to, you know, he's going to move at someone else's step. He's not going to do it on his own. He's not going to do it on his own. He's not enough of a people person to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, behind closed doors in his little office, maybe. But you put him out there on, like, you put him out there actually on the floor, you put him out there where he actually has to talk to people, he has to shake hands, this, that, and the third, he's only going to get nervous. And whatever else is going to just kick in. But that's just me making an assumption. Who could say? As a writer, that's actually an interesting idea. I gotta kind of be honest with you. What would he write? I guess is my question. What is it that he would write? Or what would he write about, I should say?
I've been able to make a living doing it 10 years. And now I do nothing wrong, and my livelihood is now at stake for something I can't control, and I did nothing wrong. What I need from you guys is support. I need positivity.
Hey, Burnell, grab a mop, clean up on aisle. Good shit. Good shit.
I need positive reinforcement, support. Obviously, watching the streams, supporting the streams is the way to go, you know, when it comes to that. You know how rude it is to ask people about money? You should not ask about fucking money.
I'm not even exaggerating. I just am in the process of resolving the back taxes issue. Remember I told you I had a big lump of back taxes that I owed because my accountant last year screwed me over, okay? And, you know, he didn't do my taxes for 3 years properly, and I owed a big lump, thousands of dollars of back taxes. I'm just resolving that. That will be resolved within, like, a week.
And laughing it up because of the hideous scam of me saying that I had tax issues this year, right? Me just sitting back and laughing my ass off at how stupid these people are. And some people actually believed me. People are just very gullible on the internet. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, and as I'm resolving this, and I feel a weight finally being lifted off of me, oh, this is good, now I can just focus the rest of the year on positive streams and fun stuff, and, you know, just basically trying to make as much money as I can to pay my federal taxes and everything for the rest of the year, and everything's going good, then this happens. It's like, I can't believe it. I seriously can't believe it. I mean, could anything else happen at this point? I keep checking my emails constantly as I'm here doing this video and stream for you guys, because I'm just waiting. I mean...
It's like basically DsPgaming is being held hostage, you know? DsPgaming is being held hostage for something I didn't do wrong. I did nothing wrong. I'm nervous, I'm worried, absolutely guys, I'm very much terrified. This is my life. This is my life.
Dwight, I didn't actually catch that. No, I didn't catch that rant. Or that coping rant, I should say. I'll check it out after the stream. But no, I haven't heard that yet. We'll see how it goes. If it's good, it'll make it onto the next stream or the stream after.
Life. I have an awesome life here with my girlfriend who moved in a few months ago. You know, we're both busting our butts. I'm working a lot.
This guy's a bitch.
She's working a lot to pay the bills, to make ends meet here. We're doing it together. And I'll be honest, we wish our lives could be better. We wish we could have more time together and do stuff, and we can't. And we're sacrificing that to make things work and to try to get to a better situation. And then this happens.
And this is 2018, chat. 2018, we've been going through swine cough. Woo! He's been going through this shit since 2018. I'm telling you, it's never going to get better because he doesn't want it to get better. He wants to be in peril. He has to always be in a bad fucking situation. It works in his benefit doing it this way. It does. It sounds sick, because it is. But it works to his benefit to do it this way.
Do you want to play the fucking game?
At this point, I'm just really, really down. I am. And I need some help. I'm really, you know, I really would do this. I am just like, I'm so crushed like a cockroach. The videos are not spam. They're all individual, different videos. It's not me spamming advertisements or spamming the same thing over and over. It's every video is different.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. My bad. Okay, I know what you two are talking about. You're talking about when he was saying, if I was a bigger streamer, I could stay late and, you know, pull in that extra money or whatever, or extra contributions or whatever the case may be. But that doesn't work for who I am, and there's no point in me doing so. I know what you're talking about. I remember now. Sorry about that. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. but then, what was it? Because I think it's a memology video. Because he has a clip of him playing, I don't know if it was like, I can't remember what game it was. I want to say it was like Animal Crossing or some shit. But he was playing some game and he was mad as fuck because he had stayed and did overtime for that and no one showed up. I don't remember if LSB was streaming at that time. And if he was, then I must have watched it on his stream. I can't remember who was restreaming him back at that particular time. It was either him or Tevin. But I do remember watching that live on stream. It was kind of funny. Oh wow, that was a Scorn video. Never mind. I'm thinking about something completely else, different. Who did the video? I'm sorry. Who made the video? Like I said, is it memology or? Actually, I can look really fast while I have this playing for you.
Unique. And there are people who watch it's not like I'm spamming videos and they get 0 views or 1 view. Every video gets hundreds to thousands of views that I put on DsPgaming. That's 100% a lie.
It was an Aquatil video? Okay, yeah, I see it actually right here on my front page. I haven't watched that video yet. He should just drop Zelda. Oh, big ups to Sunspot Gallery for the latest episode of Bacon Sweats. That shit was fantastic.
Is 100% wrong. So I'm losing money right now because they shut down my stuff for literally no reason. It would ruin my life.
Endless, big ups to the chat. Endless, what do I think about, what are my thoughts on DSP ranting about the retirement and the 401k recently? I think he's fucking off his goddamn rocker. I think I think I talked about it on the last podcast, the last stream. It was the most delusional shit I've ever heard in my life. By far. That shit was destructive. It was destructive listening to some shit like that. Like, at this point, he's at Wings of Redemption level. Why are you even getting out of bed? What's the point on doing anything at this point? Like, he legitimately sounded like he has no fucking hope whatsoever. So why bother doing anything? If he really believes that, I should say. It was despicable. It was despicable. The whole shit about, even in nature, everything's crowdfunded. If you need wood, or if you need wood. That's funny. Anyway, if you want the squirrel or whatever, so you can eat it, you have to depend on the tree to crowdfund you so you can eat and all. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild listening to that shit. I was damn near speechless. I almost have never heard some type of madness like that. That shit was disturbing, listening to that nonsense. Holy shit. But then again, he has always had this weird type of warped concept about saving money, right? Or being able to save money, or whatever the case may be, or just planning ahead. It was weird. It was just fucking weird. I haven't seen the Aquatil video yet. I'll check it out after the stream. If I can find the clip that I'm telling you guys about, where he did overtime, he got mad because he still didn't make any money and he ranted about it. I'll see if I can find it, because I know it's a really old video, but I thought that was in the recent memology joint. I thought the clip of it was there. But I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first. Here we go.
And I'm only 36 years old, and this is something I didn't do wrong, and everything being taken away from me.
I watch LSB's new channel, that gaming channel. He's had it far longer than I think people actually realize, to be honest. But yeah, I still indeed do watch it. I catch him every once in a while. I don't catch it all, but I catch what I can.
Okay. Master Saru chewed again. He said, another suggestion is shorter pre-stream. We need to buckle down and stream longer and get sponsors if you want to make Twitch your living. I will never get sponsors. Real talk, I will not. There are too many people, and it's not me. That's the thing. It's not even the sponsors look at my content and say, oh my god, your content isn't in line with what we want to advertise. It's because whenever I get a sponsor, that sponsor then gets attacked by hundreds of trolls. And they don't want that negative attention. It's not me, it's the trolls, the baggage that come along with me that I have nothing to do with. I can't make them go away. You know, you guys know I've done a really good job recently of not addressing the trolls or anything, right?
I'm good at lying.
I pretty much just let them do what they're gonna do and try to ignore it, okay? And, the problem is, even when I ignore it, they still come back, you know? They still come back, and I don't think, that's the thing, you're right. Sponsorship is huge in this age, the modern era of doing content creation for the internet. Sponsorship is very important, and it's a big revenue bringer for a lot of people, but realistically, I don't know what sponsorship I could possibly bring in, because I don't think any sponsor would sign me. Real talk, you know,
now, keep in mind, like, you having sponsorships or endorsements or whatever the case may be makes you a sellout. Just keep that in mind.
No, you know, you're not in line with our, you're in line with our brand, but the trolls that come with you, the baggage, we don't want to deal with that shit, right?
If YouTube doesn't appeal the decision and fix it, that means YouTube just doesn't want me anymore. Ah, the salty tears. Real talk, if they don't appeal this decision and they just leave it as is and say DsPgaming's gone for good, an 8-year-long channel with 40,000 videos that gets millions of views a month, that tells me YouTube is saying we don't want people like Phil anymore. Money-grubbing beggar. Phil, the infamous multi-time master...
Okay, first off, I think he was maybe at the, 3 million views mark at this time. Or 3 million views a month, I should say, sorry. It's been a long stream. So there's that. But on top of that, one, he really just... He didn't have the attention that he's making it out to be. It just really wasn't the case. He was dipping. He wasn't even afloat. He was in a decline. He was literally crashing and burning around this time. So I don't, and that's what I was actually going for. He says that YouTube doesn't want people like him anymore. But isn't he supposed to be a unique fucking snowflake? He's supposed to be the one in the million. He's the exception to the rules. So theoretically, there isn't anybody like him still on the platform. It's just him. It's legitimately just him. But he tries to group himself in with other people, right? To make it seem like he's part of a group. The same group that he says, I only focus on my own content. I'm on an island of my own. I don't have time to collaborate. I don't have time for friends. I'm just here doing my own thing, making content for the internet, and just trying to make a living. But then all of a sudden we're in a group with a bunch of other people, and YouTube wants to expel all of you guys? Womp womp.
Masturbator.
He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes! Really? Phil's a scam artist. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. Someone who doesn't deserve any popularity on YouTube because he's a bad person, because this is how he plays games. He doesn't respect game developers. He just insults them constantly. That's what Phil is. He's a bad person. He's a bad gamer. But here's the evidence. Look at this. This is how you don't play video for this game. It's terrible. He's a dinosaur of the internet. He's done. Look at this. He's falling apart. That's what they don't want. Someone like me who puts out raw gameplay, right, and shows you the truth about a game, if it's good or bad. They just care about the almighty dollar. That's like me, right? That's like me.
That's what they're saying if they don't restore DsPgaming, essentially. That's what they're saying. Because I've done nothing wrong. I violated no YouTube policies, nothing.
Blaine007 tipped me $500. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. You are my bitch. Thank you for the free money, dummy. And you can lick my balls.
So here's the deal. An email came through from Google saying, oh, your Google Plus account, you could still log into it. You know, so check this out. So apparently, as I said, I think that sadly the form that this person in the chat, the YouTube help chat, had me fill out is the wrong form. I think they had me fill out the wrong form, because that form was if you can't log into your YouTube channel. I can log into my YouTube channel. The problem is that it's the Google Plus account that's screwed up. What I think I need to do is find a way to fix my Google Plus account. Now, I tried to log into just my Google Plus account, and it gave me a pop-up message saying, your Google Plus is suspended for spam, or it says for suspected spam. I looked on my page, my main Google Plus page, it doesn't even have any posts from the last 4 months. I'm not even kidding, the last post there was from 13 weeks ago. So I think what happens is when it gets flagged for spam, all the content goes away that was flagged for spam. So I can't even seem to fix it.
First, I like how we went from spam to suspected spam, and then he says that there hasn't been a post in 13 weeks. So they let his ass ride for essentially, what, 3 months and a week before they decided to go after the main channel? Something don't sound right. This bacon isn't passing the sniff test.
Like, I can't even seem to do anything to edit the page to fix what they're saying is spam, okay? I deleted the few, there was only like maybe 20 posts there, and they were all from like 13, 14 weeks ago, so I deleted all of those. I mean, the thing's so old, this is how little I use Google+. Apparently I was following my ex-girlfriend on there. And it's showing her posts from like 2013 on my fucking Google Plus page. That's how outdated the thing is. Okay?
Now keep in mind, it's the same guy though that was stalking Panda's Instagram account, and that's how he found out about. She went to a Starbucks and then misspelled her name. She should have gone to Snortbucks. We would have fixed that. But anyway, she went to Starbucks. They misspelled her name. It was a nice little joke for a while, and then DSP said it in passing on one of his streams. But he don't keep up with her, though. He's moved on. He's in a happy relationship with his soulmate, and, you know, he doesn't think about her. Womp womp.
Now, here's the thing. There may be a way to fix it. There's an option there that says Google Plus downgrade. And it says if you do a downgrade, it may fix it, but I don't know if it will. I don't know if that will actually fix it or not. And then, no matter what, if I downgrade the Google Plus account, then I have to submit it for review to basically get it into a queue, so some Google representative will review it and say whether or not it still violates the policy, and if they determine it does.
Do I think Cat's going to leave Phil eventually? Everybody has their breaking point, to be honest. Everybody has their breaking point. The fact that she hasn't left yet kind of should give you some type of idea or some type of notion of what she's willing to put up with to be comfortable. And I don't even know how comfortable. So it's hard to say. So to answer your original question, I mean, I guess it depends on what her breaking point is, to be honest. He doesn't have a prenup, so, you know, theoretically she gets half, but truth be told, what's 50% of nothing? What's 50% of nothing? He don't own anything. He doesn't own the car. They're still trying to pay off. The house they're still trying to pay off, but really he's trying to get the equity out of it. They don't own. Phil Burnell doesn't own anything. He's still in debt. Even after the bankruptcy, he's theoretically still in debt. He still owes people. So I don't know. It's time will tell.
Does not violate the policy for spam, then they'll reinstate it, and then everything will go back to normal. At least that's what it says, okay? But I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if you downgrade a Google Plus account. I don't know if that will...
He finally paid off the car as of today? Is that the case? Is that true? Well, big ups to him on that. I guess we get to go for 2 wheels now. What? You didn't hear that.
Screw up the YouTube channel. Because it says it deletes certain content. It'll delete your Google Plus posts and stuff. But will it do anything to will it fuck up my YouTube channel? I don't know. I don't know if that'll screw anything up or not. You know, it's a risk. So the question is, do I chance this downgrading of the Google Plus account to apparently, hopefully, remove all spam content and then submit it for review? Or do I just submit it for review now? I also have an email into creator support, and I'm hoping that creator support...
Do I think Cat would pull a panda and bust it on DSP while he's streaming and drag his ass out? Or when he's streaming and drag his ass? No, probably not. Probably not. Especially if she's carrying extra weight. So, no, I wouldn't think so. So, but if it is the case though that there's no more car payment, then WWE gets an influx or an injection, and obviously Total Wine, so that works out. You know what I'm saying? What's that? An extra 300 and I don't know. Shit, his credit was shit back then, so 400 maybe. I don't know. An extra 300 or 400 a month might not be bad. He can't get. Well, okay. There's two stance on that. Supposedly, the reason why Catherine doesn't come on stream is because, if you want to go with the DSP notion, is that she didn't want to be trolled. She didn't want to be spoken poorly of. She didn't do anything wrong. She did everything correct. Yada, yada, yada. The real reason that she doesn't make content anymore and she doesn't participate in any of her own shit is some type of deal or arrangement that she made with Phil. And for whatever reason, they're standing by it. Because, you know, she has all this social media. It seems weird that you would just give it all up. And Phil is a fucking idiot for not having her stream or at least do videos to bring in extra income. There's going to be a group of detractors that are going to watch that shit. So what's the problem? What's the point? So, but truth be told, it's all about insulating himself. She's just a means to an end. She's a shield. $378. That's good. That's a couple of good pulls on WWE Champions, boy. I gotta tell you, that might be that actually. Now I think about it, that's enough DoorDash to cover us for the week. If you really think about it, let's say we don't use it for WWE Champions. You know, that's 2 or 3 extra meals through DoorDash, and we can still get some extra alcohol too. That might work out.
Will get back to me.
Be like, oh, I'm a crotchety old 36-year-old streamer, and I don't like the memes, so I banned them from my chat. Fred Flintstone did a 100-bit cheer. He says, let's be honest, you have tons of 10-minute videos uploaded a day. What if you made them the whole stream or cut them into 1-hour parts? It would help new viewers not be intimidated with all the videos. That has nothing to do with anything.
I don't know. I don't know if that'll screw anything up or not. You know, it's a risk. So the question is, do I chance this downgrading of the Google Plus account to apparently, hopefully, remove all spam content and then submit it for review? Or do I just submit it for review now? I also have an email into creator support, and I'm hoping that creator support will get back to me.
Be like, oh, I'm a crotchety old 36-year-old streamer, and I don't like the memes, so I banned them from my chat. Fred Flintstone did a 100-bit cheer. He says, let's be honest, you have tons of 10-minute videos uploaded a day. What if you made them the whole stream or cut them into 1-hour parts? It would help new viewers not be intimidated with all the videos. That has nothing to do with anything.
Sorry, I brought that back because I wanted you guys to hear it again, that even when people were recommending him to do longer form videos, he was resistant against it because it wasn't about quality, it was about quantity. And the more videos you had to click through, the more money he was going to make. Which ended up biting him in the ass in the end, because look at what he does now. If he really believed in the tomes, if he really stood by his code and his morals, he should still have like 28, 30 videos a day still. And obviously we don't. We have hour-plus videos that still can't beat the newest detractor on the block. Womp womp.
It literally has nothing to do with anything. My Google Plus account has been flagged for spam violation because of posts being made to the main page. It has nothing whatsoever to do with YouTube viewers or anything. Like I said, this issue actually has nothing to do with YouTube, yet somehow has shut down my YouTube channel. Figure that one out.
All you're getting is salt, 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 salt. It's, even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
So what you're suggesting, okay, make longer videos. I've already explained about 400 times why that won't work for me, why that actually dips my ad revenue and screws me over. I tried it, and basically engagement on my videos went way down. For the years of 2014 through 2017, I was making YouTube videos upwards of 30 minutes long a chunk, so I was only uploading maybe 10 videos a day, and my ad revenue went down.
I was only uploading about 10 videos a day. The madness of it all. The fuck? How do you come to this point? Right? How do you come to this point? We're uploading between 10 and 30 videos a day. Just makes sense. That's just good business. How does that make sense? Even with the instant click of ad revenue at the beginning of each video, what makes you think that was actually smart or that was actually a good idea? And then you just kept doing it. Can DSP make it without the YouTube paycheck? No, not at all. Wait, well, do we mean? Well, actually, let me ask an additional question. Do you mean now? Do you mean just like, just you know, behind the scenes donations and and Cat's paycheck and that's it? Like, no. Or do you mean in general where it's like, hey, can he actually go without making any type of money off of YouTube? No, he can't. He's addicted to getting money on YouTube. He's always done it. He always will do it as long as they'll allow him to do it. And even if he's making better money somewhere else, which he was on Twitch, he's still going to bitch and complain about his scraps on YouTube because he just can't. He can't let it go. It's his. He owns both. Okay, no. No, he can't give it up. He cannot give it up. He needs all of it. He needs all of it and some. He needs all of it and some. Doesn't matter if the channels are dead. It doesn't matter if they're already in the dirt. It doesn't matter if they're already buried in the algorithm because of the detractors, trolls, haters, and critics. None of that matters. If it will generate $1, he wants that $1. He wants that $1 plus an additional 10 cents. No, he can't live without it. He can't live without it. The money is already spent before he even gets it. Which is a weird way of living, I gotta tell you. So the fact that he's been able to make it this far doing that is kind of scary, to be honest with you.
Because engagement on my videos went down, because most people weren't going to sit through a 30-minute raw gameplay video, a 30-minute abridged gameplay video where I cut out the boring parts, yes, but the second someone's watching a 30-minute video and there's boring times and they fast forward, it immediately kills your engagement rating, and your engagement rating determines how many ads and the quality of the ads you get on your videos. So in actuality, shorting my videos helped my channel and got me more ads. So even though everyone who does different style content than me, it helps, me it hurts to go longer videos. I know because I tried it and I have the empirical evidence, the scientific evidence that I documented to prove that it doesn't.
Now, two things. One, he's admitting that doing edited content, i.e. putting more work into this, would pan out. And he would probably be better for him in the long run. Still won't do it. Secondly, and this is the part that's really going to be interesting, when he does that supposed reaction to the fall of Machinima, and he says he has facts, he says he has emails that he's willing to show, and this, that, and the third. Those emails, one, as it pertains to Machinima, they better match up to when he took all those pay cuts. And there better be a series of emails in there that tells him that, hey, you need to go ahead and delete those videos from 2015. They better be there. There better be an email from Machinima that has tagged YouTube saying, hey, you need to delete those videos that have that, with all those false copyright claims attached to it. You better delete that. That email better be there. Or emails. They better be there. If not, then it goes back to what I've been saying. He lied, and he deleted those videos out of panic. Those videos better be there. I mean, those emails, I'm sorry. They better be there.
Help me, it hurts me.
Shout out to Flybeast who tipped me $100. Are you a functional retard? I have to ask.
Well, Bank Rupture, play on words, tipped me $5. It says, we're now in chapter 5 of the DSP saga. Sorry to hear the news for real. I can only give a little to the pot. Well, I still appreciate it, so thank you for that.
Captain of Salt Charity says, let's be honest, it's time to quit gaming and start selling your secret pasta sauce full time. I don't think that would necessarily work.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the mask has already fallen. I don't think he's trying to stay face about anything at this point. Especially after that that's the rant about fucking crowdfunding the other night. I think the mask is off. If he's able to go lower, which he probably could, if he's able to go lower than that, then I'm speechless at that point. I'm not there yet, but we're pretty close. But I think the mask is already gone.
Alright, I'm gonna try, I think what I should do is to try to remove my association, my connected account of DsPgaming, the YouTube channel, with my Google+. I think I should try to completely disassociate it and see what happens.
DsPgaming is back, number one. It's back. Number two, it's a mess. And what I mean by that is, sadly, all the videos were still set to private. So what I had to do is mass bulk set them to be public. And when I did that, it set every single video public ever, including all of the pre-streams from years and years ago that I had set to private. In addition to that, it had patron Q&A videos that were set to private that went public. Like, a lot of shit went public that shouldn't have gone public. I fixed all the patron videos, but there's nothing really I can do about that. I'm sure some people snuck in and watched them. But there's nothing I can do about it. It's not a big deal. Those videos are over 3 years old. And not only are the answers in those videos probably not pertinent to anything anymore.
Oh, I don't know. That review tech one was pretty good. Because, shit. Who had a playlist of that? Mr. Huff Stuff did. I think Bill Purnell had a playlist of it. There's a couple of detractors had a playlist of all those Patreon videos. They were an interesting watch, I gotta tell you. A lot of coping, a lot of overt begging in some ways, a lot of victim splaining and shit. They were an interesting watch, I'll give you that.
Videos, as I said, were always meant to be, if those people wanted them to be public, they could have. So, in that regard, it's, it's not a big deal, alright? But if you were subbed to DsPgaming, you basically just got your inbox monstrously flooded with videos. Okay? And I apologize, obviously, for that. None I can do about it.
It is YouTube's fault.
For the whole rigmarole of having my YouTube channel go private to begin with because of Google+. By the way, with the quickness, I deleted my Google+. I said, fuck that stupid shit. I don't ever want to see Google Plus ever again. I lost my channel verification checkmark. For whatever reason, I guess when a channel gets temporarily suspended, you lose your verification. Not that it means anything. It literally doesn't. It doesn't affect a damn thing whatsoever to have your YouTube channel verified. But some people like it, and it sucks because I don't have it anymore. I already asked Curse about getting it back, and I'll see if Curse can help me get it back. Alright? But the good news is, DsPgaming's back, all the playthroughs are back. In fact, there's actually a silver lining to all of this, folks. Some of the playthroughs that I'd set to private over the years, including the Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright playthrough, the Monster Hunter playthrough, among others, are now public again. You can now go back and watch some of those playthroughs that have been locked as private now at your leisure. So there is kind of some positive stuff, okay?
What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser, Phil's a beggar, Phil's a racist, Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile, DSP is a thief, DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.
I love that outro. I love that outro. It's fantastic. It has never failed me. Oh my god, it's never failed me. Alright guys, let me cross over. Final thoughts, and then you guys get out of here. Go enjoy your day. Alright, chat. Alright, first and foremost, thank you guys for coming to the podcast. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Big ups to everybody. The link is down in the description for all videos that were used. Big ups to Hate Army. As soon as I get into that Twitter, I will grab that. Thank you so very much for all that. And big ups for all you guys showing up. So, I have 2 streams that are already planned out. 2 podcasts that are already planned out. One will be going over all of the Asmon Gold stuff. Another one will be going over DSP's proposal to Low Tier God about playing him in Street Fighter. I found all of those videos and whatnot, like going back to like 2018, I think. So I'll crop that with what what's going on currently, and then that'll be our situation. So there's that. expect in the future some Amberlynn Reed and some Chantel. You know what I'm saying? Because the big girls need love too, and so that's a thing. You know, that's probably a little bit. That's probably a ways off. That's probably a ways off. Oh, Anne has it or may have it. I'll check that out for sure. I got a lot of videos to go through. So big ups to everybody. Like I said, thank you guys for coming out. And go ahead, get out of here. Enjoy your day and whatnot. I'll see you on the flip. Later, people.
Had to up at the rap.